VSFighting 2019. My name is Ketchup and I'm joined by Mustard as always. And this tournament is going to be the second stop in the Intercontinental Kombat series. So let's take a second before the top 8 actually begins to describe exactly what Intercontinental Kombat is. As we have our bracket here for our top 8 players, we have Foxy Grandpa versus Sonic Ninja. That's not what we're quite used to seeing, is it? That's the wrong Sonic. Omega K versus Seacat, and then loser side we have Nivek versus Video Games Yo and Dizzy TT versus Undead Jim. So we have a absolutely ram-packed top 8 bracket with, I would say, arguably near enough like the best the UK has to offer right now. You know, I felt like all the kind of like real #1 UK names that everyone was kind of expecting to see do well here are pretty much here, as well as some up-and-comers, some newer players we haven't seen too much, but this was their breakout opportunity and they seized it, as we see the players like Sonic Ninja, who we saw get top 8 in VSF for the last year of MKX, but since then kind of, you know, took a little bit of a, I suppose, a break away from the top visible level of competition anyway, and of course is right back up on form for MK11. Video Games Yo, the Shao Kahn of the internet that everyone, I know a lot of you guys at home will be very excited to see, as well as the favourites and the usual suspects in Foxy, Nivek, Dizzy TT, Omega K. It's going to be good, but let's talk about the Intercontinental before we get into this first match, just briefly. Yeah, there's a lot to go over, so we'll try and give you guys the TLDR version. It is one of the many programs that is going on outside of the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition. It serves a purpose of giving other territories the opportunity to make finals, even if they're not able to travel to America regularly for the pro competition. The Intercontinental Kombat takes different offline tournaments and some online tournaments, and it gives different territories the chance to have one winner, which gets sent to the Intercontinental Finals later this year at DreamHack Winter, and if you win that, you get a guaranteed ticket into the pro competition finals at the end of the entire thing. So basically, if you're the best outside of America, this is going to be the series for you. TLDR, win an Intercontinental event, make the Intercontinental Finals. Win the Intercontinental Finals, get a direct way into the Pro Competition Finals. So if you're a player that can't compete in many Pro Competition events, if you can't regularly travel to America and stack up those points, maybe you can't make both Venality and Celtic Throwdown if you're an international player, this is your best chance at still making it into the World Finals. And we now have 8 players, and only one of them, because this is a first place prize. You know, there's second place is just the first loser here. You know, first place is truly all that matters in the Intercontinental qualifying events. Yeah, and there's definitely a personal attachment here for us being 2 UK boys and this being the UK stop, which is why I think, you know, this is, which is, I will admit, kind of surprised us a little bit with Venality just happening. This is the biggest European Mortal Kombat tournament that's ever taken place in terms of entry numbers, and like 95% of these entrants have been from the UK, which is mad. You know, it's been so long since we've seen the UK come together. Since the early days of MKX, we haven't seen that. Well, we did see, there are a handful of, you know, the French community, obviously shouts to you guys. I know many of you that weren't here will be watching from home, that did quite well. Obviously, White Black managed to get 9th, losing just barely to Dizzy in a quite a confusing match where they pretty much played each other's mains. I got mixed by that so bad. Literally everyone did. The only people that knew Dizzy was Liu Kang and White Black was Sonya were White Black and Dizzy. Everyone else was like, what's going on? And then a bonus shout out to Deoxys, who Dizzy told like moments before. But even he started to doubt. You know, I saw the chat replay. Even he started to. The chat was so convinced it wasn't that way that even Deoxys started to doubt it, which was really funny to me. So we're getting into our match. Our first match is going to be Foxy Grandpa versus Sonic Ninja. Sonic Ninja was, I mean, you kind of hear this story a lot regularly now when it comes to NetherRealm or fighting games in general, with the rise of the young players. But Sonic Ninja truly was one of the youngest competitors the UK had ever seen. I think he was like 13 when he was playing MKX or something crazy. Was it with people with Sonic in their name starting at 13? But I know he was a super... He can hear us.
Definitely heard.
You want to put some headphones on, though? You're going to want to put some headphones on for the top 8, dude. But, yeah, so the first piece of information, actually, it's kind of reminded me seeing the character select. This is the final... I think it is the final tournament that Shang Tsung is not legal in. EVO 2019 will be the first tournament Shang Tsung.
You can even see Foxy hovering over Shang. He's like, so close, but so far.
But,
okay, so this is an interesting one. Foxy Grandpa, who has been playing nothing but Kung Lao in tournament for pretty much from CEO to now. The last time we saw him play Cassie and Kung Lao was Combo Breaker, and he very much had decided it was Kung Lao only. Going back to Cassie Cage, no doubt for the matchup. Sonic Ninja bringing that amazing Cabal. Straight up, if you're a Cabal fan and you want to see what this character can do, look no further than what you're about to see with Sonic Ninja. Very neutral heavy, very, very projectile heavy, which I think is why Foxy doesn't want to bring Kung Lao into this matchup. Sonic Ninja was able to defeat, I think, Video Games Yo yesterday. It was a crazy match. Now, something that's going to be good about this, right, is Foxy's ability to just play very lame, very slow with Cassie. Sonic Ninja, that is pretty much how he plays Cabal as well. So this is going to be a very big, I suppose, clash of similar styles. The question is, which of them is going to be more effective, right? Cabal is a bit more in the air. Cassie's air control is better for kind of traditional jump-ins, but against people that kind of keep themselves suspended, maybe not so much. But obviously the superior down 4 is going to be going to Cabal, but the advancing mids of Cassie is probably going to have the range advantage in exactly that right there. Was that actually a punish on the extended hook?
It was indeed. Extended hook is, it is technically a punishable move. You just normally don't see it get punished because it has so much pushback.
Well, barely anyone can punish it. She must just be like the diamond a dozen that actually can. And that's a matchup changer. But I think Cabal not being able to extended hook means that he's going to be able to keep himself not as safe as usual, right? It's the distance. It's usually the safety. And if she doesn't let him do that, that's huge.
You can see why Foxy has picked Cassie into this matchup, right? He wants the keep away. He wants to have the ability to outzone Cabal. Normally it's Sonic Ninja who zones people out with this character. And up close, there is that, very specific answer to what is normally seen as a safe combo ender. It's going to really force Sonic Ninja to play this matchup differently. He whiffs the back one, and Foxy's going to capitalize fully. Looking really good in round number 1. Tries again, but just a bit too far away. Not punishable, though, so lives to fight another day in that regard.
The problem is, if you're trying to whiff punish Cassie, you have to be so careful. Because if she doesn't get whiff punished, and you go for like the Cabal back 1-2, that has some serious recovery. And Cassie with those fast advancing buttons. Oh, speaking of which, clean out, yeah. Bar spent. Knockdown. Oh, goes in for the grab on Oki, but the delay wake up from Sonic Ninja. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Kung Lao's not the only character that Foxy's going to go for that grab. What? Did I see a point-blank flawless block and a 1-1-1 punish? That was filth. Absolute filth.
Now, this is a really cool example of something he does with Kung Lao that he never used to do with Cassie. That, knowing it works with Kung Lao, I mean, the good thing about flawless block is it's universal, right? If you have the read, if you know you're minus but safe, and you know they're going to press a button, then going for the flawless block into pretty much anything is something you can do with any character. Didn't used to do it with Cassie, does it all the time with Lao. Now he's gone back to Cassie. He's implemented it into his game plan, which makes it all the scarier.
I do wonder if that grab wasn't intentional. Looked like an execution error going for it in that situation. But Sonic Ninja really has been, I think, rocking Cabal this entire tournament. So even though there are these specific reasons that we've seen Foxy go for the Cassie matchup, I think there is room for adaptation, and Sonic Ninja doing much better in this first round than he did in the first game.
Well, we don't normally see Sonic Ninja go for the low hook in the mix-ups until like later in the game, but I think he's realized that with the extended hook being taken out of his pressure options, going into the low overhead, at least forcing Foxy to be able to react to that is something he can still at least have access to. Oh, amplifies the sword to be safe. Another flawless block from Foxy. This is getting dangerous.
It is that next level of flawless block, where you do moves that aren't punishable but minus. Normally an opponent tries to take a guaranteed button or a string, and if you have a fast flawless block game, you can do a button on block to bait their button press and flawless block in retaliation. Those up 2s are really popular with characters like Lao and Cabal, actually. Sonic Ninja's been doing it himself.
Oh. And yeah, from Foxy doesn't get the combo. Sonic Ninja had a huge lead, but it's kind of disappearing.
Oh, no.
Tries to amplify, but doesn't matter. He's still unsafe. And the full punish on landing with the fatal blow with Cassie, the DX, going to take him out. Most likely to be enough damage, yeah. That last hit does so much.
I mean, it's one of the fullbacks, I guess you could say, of Digital Soldier, where it has a much harder time confirming into that fatal blow. I think forward 4-1 is the only string she has, realistically anyway.
There are only a couple. That's definitely the best one, given the speed and the safety of it. But again, yeah, Digital Soldier gets much less opportunities for the fatal blow, so definitely agree with taking anything you can, and Foxy taking the round on it too.
He's going to confirm. No breakaway for Sonic Ninja, actually. So we'll see whether he's going to regret being a little bit greedy with his meter. There is one more bar of amps. If he gets opened up now, he's going to have to break pretty sharpish.
Oh, that delay from Sonic Ninja. He just stood there. That was bold. Safety. A big thing here is like Foxy's just not letting Sonic Ninja play at that effective Cabal range. Oh, what was that? He just dashed 3 times underneath the neutral jump?
Foxy has actually done that before. When you kind of like dash deliberately underneath people and you get the whiff punishes, because obviously you get to drip guard them as well. Sonic Ninja putting in big with the unsafe low. And this is it's a tricky matchup. It's ultimately, look, it's a game of footsies, and Foxy is able to out-footsie Sonic Ninja because of the utility, right? I think he is getting out-zoned, which is one reason he's picked this matchup. The second reason, obviously, is getting those punishes. And third, I mean, I think he's just more comfortable. Like, he has a stronger neutral than Sonic Ninja in general.
The question is, do we see a change from Sonic Ninja? Because it does seem to be that at pretty much every point of the game, Foxy Grandpa is just a little bit ahead, in terms of footsies or whiff punishing, safety. Like, Foxy is just that one step ahead at most points of the game.
But that's what happens, right? We take two players that are known for having a really good neutral, but then one kind of just seems that next level ahead. I think it's ultimately, I think, down to comfort, where Sonic Ninja's being put in these situations where he really wants to press a button, and he's taking the bait every single time. There's a reason Foxy's kind of placing himself on those parts of the screen. He wants to make back one with.
I wonder if this is the time that perhaps Sonic Ninja should be a little crazy. You know, I know Cabal is not typically known for that, but it is something he can do. And Foxy typically, like, if you're trying to go toe-to-toe with, like, pure, clean play, like we know Sonic Ninja is doing, right? He's very respectful, you know, he doesn't disrespect frame advantage very much, you know, he doesn't do anything out of the ordinary very often, right? But if you're 2-0 down against someone that you're playing that way, I wonder if maybe now's the time to get a little dirty. You know, do something a little bit more unorthodox.
Now, when we've seen Foxy lose in tournament, with the exception of when he fights, like, you know, the best in the world, like the Sonic Fox, the Dragons, it is to break the wheel a little bit. It's to go against the grain. Foxy plays so methodical that often the best way to beat him is to play a way that he's not prepared for. It's harder to achieve in a first to three, though. Maybe obviously top 8 is now first to three throughout.
Now Sonic Ninja, we saw him fishing for the overhead hook, crushing blow, completely whiffed, and again another whiff. He got a neutral crouch that he didn't punish as well. Sonic Ninja just not quite playing as reactionary. There we go, gets the crouch. That's what we need to see. Now he has the fatal blow, so this comeback isn't impossible, but it's going to be super difficult. Okay, the low, one chip at a time. Oh no! But getting kneecapped, and that's going to be match point for Foxy, 1 round away from going into winners finals already.
Yeah, Sonic Ninja was able to put himself in a situation where he could have won the round if he was able to use that fatal blow somehow, but Foxy's going to be aware of that, and he's not going to overextend. You know, why give him the opportunity? There's that crushing blow as well. Sonic Ninja not expecting the final hit of that string at all. He's almost lost 50% life just like that, and Foxy looking crazy dominant in the first winners semi-final here at VSFighting.
He's definitely getting a bit impatient at the moment.
Another
no.
punish. Tries to amplify to be safe, but at that range, you're still punishable. Last chance for Sonic Ninja. The bar's been spent to stay safe, so we're not going to see a full combo yet. Remember, Digital Soldier, she does need to amplify that gunshot to get a launch. Not anymore, though, as the grab is going to put Sonic Ninja in pretty much death territory. Any significant touch here will do it.
Oh, then just piece by piece, this is looking like it might be all she wrote, and that's exactly what it's going to be, as Foxy Grandpa with the brutal finish. Oh, she's got a throw brutality as well. Didn't realize that was a universal one. But regardless, Foxy Grandpa is going to be going to winners finals on the back of a 3-0. Not a bad way to start things off in the top 8.
No, I think he's looking as good as we expect. I mean, I don't think truly we really expected to see Cassie ever. You know, I know that the last time we saw Foxy use Cassie competitively was at Reflect, where he lost to Derpy. Shouts to Derpy in the UK. It was Aaron Black versus Cassie, I think that matchup was, and that was the last time we ever saw Foxy go Cassie. From that point, he was like, nah,
that's
all
a
out.
good point. I think it, no, I actually forgot that he used Cassie in that matchup. That's really cool. And that means that Reflect being the other kind of, I suppose, biggest UK tournament in terms of, like, I suppose, talent and present, I'd say it was pretty much that, and then Unchained in Leicester probably had like the strongest showing in the UK so far.
You're just trying to shout out our own tournament, weren't you?
I mean, not really. I'm trying to be unbiased, but like I feel like genuinely it's a good shout. But the fact that Foxy was able to obviously win Reflect from the losers bracket as well. You know, sent to losers by Derpy, managed to run it back against Omega K in the grand final, and now is sitting in winners finals again. This time, obviously here at VSFighting. Not looking too bad. Only a couple of games away from getting the Intercontinental spot. But there are still plenty of players here in this top 8 that can stop him from doing that as we get our second winners match underway, which is going to be Omega K versus Sekiat. Now, this is going to be an interesting one because Omega K has always been a really strong player. Definitely, you know, regarded to be one of the top contenders from the UK. But hasn't historically shown that when it comes to like the top level of competition, right? Like,
now I do have.
I feel like his character selection has held him back a lot.
Exactly. I think we're on the same page there. I was going to mention that Omega K, whilst he's a highly talented player, he's always been the kind of player that will use, and you know, very, I think, respectfully, he's been using characters that are his favorite ones, regardless of tier list. If they're top tier, so be it. If they're bottom tier, so be it. The past couple of games he's played, a lot of his character picks, unfortunately, have been on the lower end of that scale. You know, he was really well known for being that amazing Gorilla Grodd in Injustice 2. He played Bo Raicho in MKXL, before Bo Raicho became a much more competent character in the patches that came later. But he knew going into MK11 that he wanted to play Geras. He's very similar to like a UK version of Gur in that respect, where he knew he wanted to play Geras regardless of how good he was. And it just so happens that Geras is one of the most dangerous characters in the game. And taking that natural ability in NRS games, Omega K is a P&D original, you know, dating back to 2011 like the rest of us. I think he's got a good mix. Now, Sekiat I haven't actually seen since
MKX. I know he wasn't really super active in Injustice 2, I believe. MK was definitely a thing, and he was more of an online warrior. We didn't see him offline. Well, he has been to offline tournaments, but has never really achieved success. You know, he's always been about in the UK, but that's about as much as we've seen. But he has had an amazing tournament. But before we get into this match, just want to remind those of you watching at home, if you follow at NRS Esports on Twitter, you can stay up to date with all things competitive MK11. They don't just talk about Intercontinental, they talk about pro competition and other competitive events that are happening around. So if you're interested in tournaments for the game or anything competitive, definitely follow that channel. But back to my point. Seacat was playing yesterday, of course, and the reason he's in Winners top 8 here is because he had an amazing tournament. He's been playing Dead of Winter Sub-Zero all tournament. He defeated Rusty, who was definitely one of the sleeper hit contenders, one of the favourites for top 8 from a lot of players that have obviously seen him as Rusty. He's been winning everything in Scotland that he's been playing. He travelled down to Manchester and won. He's pretty much just been unstoppable in the tournaments he's been playing until he met Seacat, who was able to take him out in winner's side. And then Seacat managed to defeat Irish Mantis for winner's side top 8. And that was a huge win, because that was an amazing set. If you haven't watched it yesterday, I implore you to go and check it out. But, of course, we're talking about scalps collected on the way. Omega K taking out Dizzy TT for winner's side top 8 in a dominant 2-0. You know he's going to be going into this with a lot of momentum, because he defeated Happy Power at Reflect. He defeated Dizzy in VSFighting. He knows he is capable of beating the best in Europe. Now, can he do so again? Can he take out Seacat and fight Foxy again in winners finals? Seacat just plays that, I would actually say, you know, very, very, like, almost like Buffalo-style Sub-Zero. A little bit less wacky, but not shy of going for that hard mix-up and testing if they know how to react to forward 2. Like, Seacat will spend a lot of the first game just getting that information. There's the body splash and the 1-1-1. Understandably, just the overhead yields so much more reward for Geras that the low is a much higher chance of hitting. Now, this might be a change of safe strings for a lot of this game. We haven't seen Seacat really commit to any overheads yet. We'll have to get the players to lower the health bars in the next game. Sorry about that, folks. It happens. I'm yet to see a tournament where it hasn't been a thing. Try to go for the sand trap. I don't believe Slide punishes sand trap from a lot of ranges, so I don't think that's going to be a thing. Omega K, going to be losing first round. Yeah, very, very clean round 1, actually, for Seacat. It doesn't even really feel like much happened there. They were just kind of trading hits back and forth. Seacat got a couple of extra grabs or little hits here and there. Confirm into the better spikes and goes in for it back-to-back. Seacat must have made a read on a grab, and against Geras, especially in Infinite Warden, you got to make those reads. He's going to grab or he's going to forward too. It's as simple as that. Oh, empty jump into throw. Good tech, though. I wonder if that was a down 1, actually, that auto-corrected, too. You can get those, like, sometimes, you know, those option selects, if you will, that are, you try and poke, and they just happen to grab you at the right angle, and it will tech automatically. Crushing blow. Cash out on big damage there. I like it. Oh, okay, the delay into the down 2. Another empty jump into throw. This time escape failed. Huge advantage coming through here. Oh, no, he missed it! Oh, but still in range. Is that going to be enough to kill? Oh, not quite. Needs one more. Oh, the big fist, the charged one. Seacat, I respect the attempt, though. He's trying to go for unbreakable damage. But he attempted. I actually don't know if that works, the up 2 into the fail, but I've never seen it work before. I'm inclined to believe it does if Seacat went for it. Must have just mistimed it. Oh, I like that choice. Turns the interactable into a mix-up. Yeah, dangerous stuff. You have mad advantage off that interactable. The throw tech. That might have been a reverse throw. And the down 1 to take it. Seacat really trying to take his turn. But those down 4s into sand trap from that range, they are a bait. And he goes for the low. No punish, though. Didn't fully believe it was going to be a block. Oh, he went for another wake-up up 2 and Omega K. Not going to mistime that meaty. He does drop his combo. Yeah. And, and again. Wow, there's a lot of ropiness coming out from Omega. And he has had these issues in tournament in the past, where the moment he reaches the later stage, these kind of weird little drops that we know he doesn't normally do, they come out. Good block on the overhead, doesn't react to the forward 2, does the second time though. It almost feels like Seacat, by staggering the forward 2 the first time because he didn't believe in it, the second time he did it, he gave Omega just that information straight away to say, wait a minute, you got to watch out for this. And it came. And he blocked it, and he won the game on it. Now, you said before, right, if you have those like ropiness where you are going to be dropping combos here and there, but still going to be winning the game on it. That's the important thing, right? The fact that it's not actually stopping you from losing. Now, what we're going to see go from there. I think they're going to be. I believe we're going to be getting their health bars lowered. I'm not sure. No, they're just rematching, I think. I mean, the thing is, like, yeah, if the players are in their flow, like, their health bars can wait. As far as I'm concerned, not that it's even my choice or my authority, but like, yeah, if they're in the moment, they're feeling it, and especially if they've already started again. Seacat going to be drawing first blood. Not that it matters anymore, but the props. Get the props.
But I mean, just one of the things that Omega always does here is he eyes. Oh no! Immediate damage is going to be dealt, which opens up. It is a complete 50-50. It's no longer more than a 50-50. It is a complete 50-50 off 1-1.
It is just a 50-50.
It is just a 50-50.
Yeah, no, I think if the cold shoulder was going to punish the sand trap, we definitely would have seen it by now. So I'm definitely inclined to think it doesn't work. Oh, we've seen that a lot, that down 4. The reason you see Geras players do that on someone's wake-up is if they go for a wake-up roll, the down 4 will special cancel into the sand trap. And because they've rolled, it will counter-hit. So Omega K fishing for that. Hasn't got it yet, but hasn't needed it as another commanding round goes the way of Omega K.
It's an interesting matchup for me so far. Omega is not shy of swinging with Geras. I mean, it's what the character does, right? He's going to get that damage. He's going to fish for it all the time. That was a counter-hit charge, so that is going to lead to a crushing blow into massive damage. And the escape fails. Back to back. Normally it's Geras that does that. What's going on?
That's 2 crushing blows in a row. Omega K is so close to death now. This has been a very one-sided round. Uh-oh. No breakaway, though. This is going to do a lot of damage.
I respect the anti-air attempt so much, though, purely because Seacat, I mean, and here comes the restand. Mix-up time. All right, he guesses right. Decides to sit there. Takes the minus frames to get the grab, and now he's going to be like plus. Oh, 6 frames.
Actually got the up 2.
6 frames, boys. Oh, my God. You madman.
That counter poke attempt. I think he called out that Seacat. Oh, he tried it again. He tried it again.
That was definitely. I'm gonna go for something that is because if Seacat got hit by that, that was like a tilter.
He actually would have died on it, I think, as well, because Omega K just built his first offensive bar back. That late jump kick.
Yeah, those jump kicks are used in conjunction with the body splash. He knows that if he body splashes from certain heights, you might be able to anti-air it if he does it too high up. But if he meets with the regular jump kick, because of its angle, you're gonna eat dirt trying to anti-air Geras when he does that version of a jump in.
Oh, Omega K didn't finish the 4-2-1-2. Saw that defensive bar was coming back and decided to wait. Oh, no trip guard there. The forward 3 coming through, the advancing knee. Good throw tech, but gets hit straight away. No breakaway this time. This actually might... No, I don't think it's going to be enough. It's going to be close, though. Big damage coming through. Oh, he gets the restand.
Yeah, for me, it's the situation. Fatal blow's in play, but is he even going to get an opportunity? He goes for the charge, and the forward 3 is going to finish it 2-0. Omega K looking real good. And Seacat, ultimately, he's just looking really uncomfortable. Well, now, this is the difference when you play Dead of Winter versus Thin Ice, right? Dead of Winter Sub-Zero has the faster ice ball and some of the more mix because of the overhead.
But the thing is, Omega is reacting to the overhead a lot.
And
but
I'm looking
hasn't
at
even
the range.
gone for it a lot of time.
I'm looking at the range. You know why he's not going for it? Because he's rarely in a position to enforce something. Because when they're close range, he's in body splash range. And the body splash has just been a thorn in his side the entire set.
But it's not just body splash, right? It's forward 3 for plus frames. It's forward 2-1-2 on just a hard prediction of he's here, I'm just going to do the whole string. And obviously, a big thing about Omega K is he is not missing the hit confirm on 4-2-1 ever. If he does that string and he hits it, he is going to confirm. Sticks out the unsafe mid, but no punish from Seacat. That's good data for Omega. Gets 2, jumps back to back 3.
Now that's
okay.
It's very hard to deal with.
He's playing to tilt. He is 1000% playing to tilt. He knows he has 1 game left to win. He knows Seacat is squirming, and he is absolutely just trying to lay on as much of this annoyance as he can.
That forward 3 was almost a forward 1. I could sense that he thought about going for a forward 1 there. Now he's just going for the mix. Mix every single time off every hit. And this body splash, Seacat's had such a hard time. He's figured it out at the end of the round, but he's lost so much life to get there. Oh, whiff grabs. For days, no confirm. Seacat, I do think he's uncomfortable because he's not hit confirming at all. There's definitely some areas of, I don't want to say tilted, but not comfortable.
The thing is, you do say that though, Seacat is kind of reeling in his chair when he's getting hit by these things. Like, Omega K is playing to get on his nerves, and I think it's working.
Omega did actually do that at Reflect too.
And it worked there. He knows that people don't like fighting Geras, and it is a style that can work. He has 1 game left to win. There's a reason he hasn't been doing this the entire time.
Oh, and there's the 1-1 again. I mean, because Seacat, he's match point down. Is he really going to block, like, that way? And here come the low. This is going to be very scary. If he gets a meaty body splash, of which he might be able to now, because Seacat, no defensive bar again. This is going to be the hard mix. If he guesses wrong now, he might even be dead here.
Whoa. He's committing to it. I mean, I get it. The overhead is still... You have to get hit by, like, 3 overheads for... No, 3 lows for the overhead to still trade it unfavorably.
And it might have won Seacat the round, actually. Minus frames. Oh my god, every time!
Oh, he went for it. That's definitely be enough to kill. That is it. Omega K is going to be taking down Seacat in this winners semi-finals. Moving on to winners finals, where it's going to be against Foxy Grandpa again.
What is this, MK9? What's going on? And he gets the fatality as well. That was, I mean, the final round, you kind of pointed it out 100% clear where They are very simple mix-ups, but at the end of the day, if you're playing deliberately to make the opponent uncomfortable, Geras is the perfect character for that. The moment Omega realized after the second game that CCat was visibly, there's not a lot of distance between these guys. You can probably tell that the opponent's not very comfortable or happy with the situation. So if you're going into a final game where you're riding all that momentum, you can use it against him. That's what Omega did. It was really good, actually.
The thing is, and that's what happens when you start to get to this like top level of competition, right? When you are in top 8 out of what was it, 144 entrants in VSF
just short of 150.
Yeah, like this is the biggest in terms of like entry count. This is the biggest European Mortal Kombat tournament of all time. In NetherRealm games, and if you're going to be getting to the top 8, now the top 3 of almost a 150-man tournament, right? You're going to be able to do that kind of thing, right? You're going to be able to think outside the box and go, right, it's not just about what I'm doing in-game. How is my opponent reacting to this, right? Like, if is something I'm doing making them visibly uncomfortable? Is it getting on their nerves? Okay, I might just do more of that then. Because there is a reason you didn't see him play like that until Game 3. He had the games to work with, and we saw him do the exact same thing back in Reflect. And that's why he's going to be finding himself in Winners Finals. In the P&D Winners Finals. Dude, it's going to be really... I try hard to not be biased. I feel like it doesn't work. But
I think we fail miserably.
But it's hard not to
every
be
time.
when you see this.
But I'm looking at the next matchup, which is going to be
okay.
Nivek and Video Games Yo. Nivek is a mainstay European, fighting game powerhouse. Really, he's pretty much the best fighting game player in Greece at this point.
Oh, I would say he's more than earned that right.
Yeah,
but the whole crowd is like, Nivek, we would love to cheer for you, but he plays Shao Kahn, so we have to cheer for him instead.
The real talking point of this match, you guys have seen Nivek. Nivek actually did win Fighting Games Challenge, so he already has a guaranteed spot in the Intercontinental Combat Finals at DreamHack Winter. Video Games Yo, I'm actually incredibly proud of him.
He beat me, dude.
I know he did, right? But that's your fault for picking Kano.
My man did empty jump fatal blow and it hit me.
Because you're free to those things.
He's also... but the thing is, all jokes aside, did you see his flawless blocks?
Oh, they were immaculate.
Who do flawless blocks not really work against? Cabal. Who does Nivek play?
What's a bad matchup for Shao Kahn?
Oh, I mean, if it's Jackie or Cabal, it's probably Cabal, right? Like, we did see Video Games fall to Sonic Ninja's Cabal yesterday. Nivek does play Cabal. He plays the same variation, so maybe he's going to do that again.
But I want to really give personal shouts to Video Games Yo for getting as far as he has. The moment I found out this guy was actually a UK-based player, I just kind of hit him up on Twitter. I'm like, yo, you got to get to some tournaments,
dude,
right?
He is a newcomer to tournaments. He was at Critical Combat yesterday in London. It was his first event. Last week. Got second place, losing only to Foxy Grandpa. So definitely nothing wrong with that. But the Shao Kahn of the online world, right? Elder God ranked Shao Kahn, always in the top 10 of rank most of the time, and it's pretty much all Shao Kahn. And you're about to see exactly why.
It's damage, it's clean, neutral, optimization, just everything that Shao Kahn excels at, Video Games Yo has established an entire game plan around. I will not beat around the bush, though. This is a hard matchup for Shao Kahn, and we'll see if Video Games Yo can conquer it.
Oh,
now,
okay.
anti-air standing ones are savage. Shao Kahn, if he gets a standing one anti-air, this damage every time he's got 2 bars. You suffer for it.
Now, Video Games Yo, he's had an amazing tournament so far. Can he keep it going? This Shao Kahn, this is absolutely like one of the players that people have been looking forward to watching the most, I would say. Character choice and just general kind of like unknown side of things, especially against someone like Nivek, right? Like, Nivek is a household name in the European FGC. But he is going with that Cabal we've seen again. Very even first life bar. A whiff on the forward 4, Video Games Yo. No whiff punish attempt.
That forward 2, the advancing mid. It's one of Shao Kahn's most dangerous tools because the forward 2-1 is so easy to hit confirm. But there's the block. Now, no punish on that string. Shao Kahn has got a lot of hidden punishable strings that you need to know the matchup for to deal with. Also, not only that, but whilst he has unsafe moves, they still have a lot of block stun. And there's that jump in saw to bait the standing one, giving him what he wants. Oh, he must have been confident that jump 3 was going to get it.
And that is going to be Video Games conversion. Whenever he hits a jump and kick, oh, the counter hit on the landing too. Whenever you see Video Games go for a jump kick, his way of picking up is always just a straight-up shoulder charge, because it's a nice way of confirming, getting the launch, and doing a ton of damage. But Nivek can be taking the first game. Again, slowing things down. We saw Sonic Ninja do the same thing. Just completely slowed the pace, controlled that range. Video Games could be getting that throw.
Yeah, the scary thing to mention with Video Games Yo, he does know a lot of the matchups. He knows what his reversal throw punishes are. So if you do something that's crazy unsafe, he's going to cash out on that massive massive damage. But it looks like Nivek actually is the one riding all the momentum here. Not even due to keep away, just even at this close range. Video Game Joe has been whiff punished a couple of times. He's kind of falling victim to those jump-ins because the air saw is making him doubt his standing one. And that down back 3 is not safe. Nivek more than aware. And ready to punish too. Show some knowledge on Nivek's part. The down 1 reversal, getting that advantage. Mid coming through Video Games again, keeping it as safe as they can. I'm positive Shao Kahn can punish that. There must be a hidden punish for that. Plus frames. Yeah, that forward 4 for Shao Kahn. Plus 4 on block, so to be respected when you block it. Oh, big whiff, but nothing for Video Games. A little bit too late. He has that Fatal Blow, though. He's been looking for the confirms all tournament. If he hits Fatal Blow from any string conversion here, it will kill, too. And that's how he was, yeah, he was looking for it. You know that forward 2-1 he was looking. Oh, tries again. Oh, I wonder if quick dash into standing 1 actually punishes that, or if he's just looking for the advantage. I feel like Video Games wouldn't be going for that string if there wasn't some kind of punish there. Oh, look at his movement. That's another thing about Video Game Shao Kahn, right? Is that block dash. Oh, if only he did forward 2-1 there. Oh, with punish into the Fatal Blow. Video Games going to be seizing the opportunity and taking the round. He was fishing for that the entire time, and Nivek gave him the opportunity. That was such a clean whiff punish as well. Shao Kahn has so many good ways to confirm into his Fatal Blow, and it is one of the most damaging Fatal Blows in the game too. If he confirms into it, then if it's at a situation where Video Games pulls the trigger on Fatal Blow, it's probably going to kill. There's a lot of optimization with this guy. No! The standing 1 missed. He got the jump in. Big opportunity, but couldn't get any damage, unfortunately. There's one thing Kahn does well, it's forcing a breakaway. If he got a breakaway from Nivek and he had his back to the corner. Ooh, big crouch, but only got a crouching 1 for it. Little jab. Not enough for that kind of read. Oh, okay. Forward 4 straight through. That's a good trade for Nivek because he manages to stay out of the corner. Tries to meet him in the air, but not quite. Standing 1 hits in the air, so we can't confirm that one. The forward 2-2 is going to get confirmed, though. Full combo 2-3. We're not even going to go for the down 1s. He wants to keep the combo nice and simple. And guaranteed! Anti-air standing 1. Video Games in big trouble now. Here's the 2-3 confirmed. He's going to get the down back 4 as well, and this is a terrible, terrible situation for Video Games to be in. Doesn't have the Fatal Blow for the big damage either. Manages to get out of the corner, but nothing more. The down 4 from Nivek is going to be able to get underneath the high. Video Games again trying to stick up that standing 1. And that's actually been a big thing in this matchup. Video Games, we've seen a lot of his neutral is kind of like fishing for that standing 1, like quick dashes into it. You know, just generally trying to like stick it out, right? Because it's going to catch preemptive buttons. He can convert off it. It's a nice anti-air should they jump. Like he pretty much just does the standing 1 a lot of the time, and Nivek is just down 4ing him for days because of it. And Kabal gets so much of his downfall as well because of his advancing buttons, his range. It's just not working out. Yeah, when we talk about how this matchup is unfavorable for Shao Kahn, it's not just because of the keep away in the neutral, it is the low profiling. You know, Shao Kahn has got some mids, but some of his mids are quite stubby. Back 2 hasn't got amazing range, neither has forward 3. You would think that forward 3 has more range than it actually does. The forward 2 is one of his most advancing mids he has, but it's very, very slow. And it is the speed of Kabal that can make it kind of tricky. Video Games is doing what he can, and it's also Nivek playing the matchup really well. Like, very little has gone unpunished or dealt with. That is the flawless block. There is a lot of knowledge here. Nivek clearly did his homework before this matchup. Getting hit by the big boot. Video Games. Okay, this is a good round for him. He now has the corner. He has the small life lead. And there's no breakaway for Nivek, but the instant jump punch is going to be coming through anyway. He manages to just jump his way out. Another confirm on the jump kick. This is what we've been saying. No, he does the charge a little bit too early. You have to let him sink a little bit before that standing 4 just to get max damage. But for the first time, I think, in the tournament, we've seen Video Games miss it. He has a life lead still, but I mean, there's a Fatal Blow with that Kabal. Nivek. Uh-oh. And now he's in Fatal Blow territory, thanks to the low hook grab. Hopefully, Video Games Yo does not live to regret that dropped combo. Oh, no, that could have been it, but Nivek didn't get anything more. There's the throw again. Now, just as quickly, this has slipped away from Video Games. He had the lead. It was all going well. Good throw tech. Yep, his throw techs are immaculate. It's very, very hard to throw Video Games in tournament. Oh, max range it again. Didn't get the conversion. The standing 1 didn't work. And there it is, the extended hook. Nivek going to be betting it all. He's going to take the life bar. It's always unfortunate when a character has more jump in range than their fastest confirmable button will reach. You know, that neutral jump too. There's the anti-air again. Finally, we're going to see some damage. The breakaway comes through. If Video Games now enforces some sort of pressure. There's the standing 1. Catches it just in case. He has bar to confirm as well. There's the down back 3 into knockdown. Finally, Video Games Joe has some sort of foot in the door here. Well, a huge thing in this match has been Nivek's usage of breakaway. It feels like every time he gets hit by anything substantial, he has the defensive bar ready to go. His defense has just been so good. Hesitant to run in and go for that standing 1 just in case. He throws it. The cheeky down back 3 again, knocked down. This is annihilation.
So good, so fast, but unsafe. We've seen that work both ways so far. Now Video Games just needs one more clean hit.
Oh! Now, I haven't mentioned it because I wanted to save it for this moment. The one different thing that Video Games does that's different to a lot of Shao Kahn's is he saves the up Wrath Hammer for when it kills, and you don't have the health to trade. Unfortunately, there's that counter hit crushing blow. The Nomad Dash is...
Oh,
at
look at the block dash movement.
Oh, wavy.
This Emperor's never moved so fast. Oh, no.
This character's wave dashes are so good. It is some of the best in the game. Cheeky down back 3. Annihilation looking good here.
But this is important, though.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Just a back one into the saw roar. Wow. Nivek, extended hook. Video Games trying to jump out, reading a throw or something, but Nivek going to call it out with the mid, and he's going to get a big hit here. Can he kill? He has no bar. No.
I mean... At that point, does the dropped combo even matter? Video Game Joe has a mammoth comeback to make. And unfortunately, with that defensive bar, every knockdown's going to be a hard read too. Doesn't commit. Waits for the whip. Okay. We have some real estate to work with. The grab.
Well, the walk down. He tried to shimmy.
Right.
On the overhead. That was a clutch block into the forward throw. Nivek, he hasn't got any defensive bar. A big hit here could turn the tide. Oh, he tried as well. He stuck out the standing one, but the jump was just too high up to stop it.
Technically, he made the right read. It was just
a bit too late.
Split second at the wrong time. He knew that the jump was going to come out, and he stuck out the standing one, but it just was the wrong time. The jump arc went clean over it. The air sword dealt with it. Now, when you're in this situation, what do you do? Because we know that he plays multiple characters, and Shao Kahn, he's not a Shao Kahn one-trick pony.
We saw at Reflect and yesterday, when things weren't looking so good, he did go to Jax. But that didn't work out either.
So you mean Critical Combat, not Reflect?
Did I say Reflect?
Yeah.
Yes, I meant Critical Combat.
He actually was originally...
I meant last week.
He was originally going to go to Reflect. I think it was too last minute for him. But he was originally planning to go to that tournament too.
Now, obviously, this is, when you're in 3 out of 5 territory, you've had your 2 games, this is make or break time, and this is an important decision to make. If you play multiple characters and you're down 2-0 with your main, do you go to a secondary? Because whatever you pick, not only does it have to win 3 games, it has to beat your entire team from your opponents, like, you know, because Nivek plays Jackie as well. Whoever Video Games plays has to be able to beat all of Nivek's characters in 3 games. Because even if, so now Video Games has gone to Jax, right? Should he even win this game, now Nivek will have the option to be like, okay, well, maybe I prefer Jackie here, right? He can make that change if he wants. But Video Games, the Jax pick hasn't worked out well for him so far, but this might be the one that turns it.
I think there's an important talking point here, which I really kind of, you know, for the enlightenment, I guess, of some of you guys and girls watching at home. There's always these conversations that go around that say, hey, man, Shao Kahn hidden top tier, or Kano hidden top tier, or Devora hidden top tier, because you see the character do well in a matchup that they can fight. This is why I think some of the characters are seen to be not as favorable on the tier list.
Matchups.
It is matchups. In tournament, you encounter characters that you really struggle to beat because the tool sets just don't add up. If you are a character that has these glaring weaknesses in some character matchups, you hit a brick wall, which is kind of what Video Games has now done. He has one of the best Shao Kahns in the world. Some say the best Shao Kahn in the world. But there are matchups that he encounters against talented players where it's just simply too difficult to win with the character.
And it's not like Nivek is just a run-of-the-mill Cabal either, right? It takes a truly special Cabal to be able to, or any character, right, to show how bad that matchup can be.
I mean, he did his homework too. He definitely did his homework. But Video Games, the Jax pick, he has a little bit of outzoning potential, right?
But that's all he's doing as well. That is clearly Video Games' plan here. Is he's picked Jax. He wants to go toe-to-toe with the keep away, and it's working out. And it's Grin and Barrett too. So obviously, you know, should he get a hit, he can turn it into nice damage too. I think he's going to build up all that heat, gives him more projectiles.
I think that's why he's gone Grin and Barrett there into the hunker down, because he wants to have access to combos for punishing and then just keep away. Right?
Oh, that was unsafe.
He doesn't want to mix. He doesn't want to tick throw. He wants to be point blank only for damage and then keep away from far away. The walk down. Nivek. All the timer. Now that's the breakaway. They're down 2. I think Nivek knew the down 2 was coming and breakaway would have died anyway, saving the meter. Very, very smart optimization of those resources.
I do wonder if that's something we're going to see players start to do, though, is obviously in those kind of like last-minute situations where it's very obvious you're not going to survive either way, almost like instead of just breakawaying immediately and they just down to it, wait for them to do like commit to the combo and then break away. You take a little bit more damage, but you're obviously not going to be just breaking away a down 2 that they read. Okay, big launch here for video games.
Yep, and this is the change. Like, it's not about the mix-ups with Grin and Barrett. It is about when I get a situation where I whiff punish you or I hit you with my mid, I want to get as much damage confirmable as I possibly can. And then he wants things like ground pound from far away.
I mean, he's not really a mix-up character, right? It's confirm, it's building the heat, it's corner stuff with the restun. Like Grin and Barrett's corner game is actually disgusting.
This round is on the verge of slipping away from video games. Nivek does drop the combo, which gives him some breathing space. There's the throw. Get out of it. Oh, whiff! Oh no, doesn't get anything more. But the down one to punish the wake-up roll. Video games, the change to Jax working out now as he gets a game on the board. Now this is the second thing to talk about. When you do specialize in a character that has glaring matchup weaknesses, it is very, very common competitively that you play another character to cover those bases. This change to Jax doing much better against Cabal, it's a very calculated pick. This wasn't a desperation pick. This was absolutely a situation where video games went, look, Shao Kahn loses to these characters, and I think that my style of Jax might be able to fight them the way I want to and cover the matchups across the board that way. The Jax pick has been really, really good. I think just the full screen alone helped him out. But then when he got point blank, it was either a whiff punish or a forward 3, and he just wanted combos for days. You know, he doesn't want to have to rely on crushing blows or any of that malarkey. It's traditional damage here. We'll see what Nivek does actually to adapt. Is he going to try and fight up close a little bit more, or is he going to simply try and stick to his guns and just play a little bit better, for lack of a better term, honestly? Well, it seems like he can contest with the long range as long as video games doesn't have any heat. Because as soon as he gets the missiles, that's when he loses the full screen game. But obviously, they're only a finite resource. Jax does have to build them up. And the moment he gets the guaranteed heat, that's why video games, he knows he has the screen space to work with. And he uses trades and knockdowns to get heat as well. It's a very, very calculated game. And if you're going to play Shao Kahn, you're used to kind of managing these little resources anyway. You know, health bars, screen positioning, the damage you can get. And now he's got the advantage again. Fortunately, it takes just seconds to build up that heat level. I really love this positioning. Full screen footsies from video games. Gets a jump kick. No, he tried to confirm the jump kick into a combo, but just short, and Nivek gets the punish. And he tries to sack at the forward 3. Scouted out by Nivek. He knew he was going to do it. The low as well. Watch out, video games is in dangerous territory now. A fatal blow from this health won't kill. Needs a little bit more work to do flawless blocks. Immaculate stuff from Nivek so far. Whips the down 2. Wonderful throw tech though. A little bit more work left to go if video games wants to take this round. Very, very tense. 10 seconds on the clock. No anti-F. Oh wow, point blank ground pounds coming through. Oh, there it is. That's going to be the round for sure, Nivek. Yep. A clean confirm. And he gets the corner swap too. So video games push that a little bit closer towards consolation for video games. He's able to keep the fatal blow at the very least, but he's going to get hit by the restand regardless, and he's starting to flinch. He's not really fighting back. He's a little bit nervous about those mids that Cabal has access to. All right, little tossy toss. Oh, trying to stay out that down 4 again. Video games. Oh wow, that was such a good confirm. Into the restand, no less. Oh, but the down 1, I love it from video games, even from that range. That range, it's very hard for Cabal to guarantee anything from the restand. Video games knows it, calls it out. Oh, tries to with the back 1 from almost max range, just short, but gets the gotcha. That restand is so strong as well. It's like +4, and he has a 9-frame mid, so it's pretty much, if he goes to the mid, it's guaranteed. Nice confirm, no breakaway here for Nivek. No, he drops the combo! He tries to go for the big stuff. He knows he has the heated hands for the projectiles. It might have actually killed overhead. Got it. Going for those heat missile combos does help. Oh, there it is, the fatal blow anti-air. This is going to be huge. It's going to give Nivek a light lead. Video game is definitely not going to be dead, but this is very important. Let's hope that combo drop doesn't come back to haunt him. Let's hope he can get back in this, because he's still in it, but with no amplify. Look at the patience. Just a straight up, just nothing. No pressing at all. Oh, there it is. Chip avoided. Oh! Oh, the air! Sword's going to do it. I wonder if Fatal Blow would have punished the restand there. I feel like there was something that maybe could have been had. You know, maybe that's not a bad idea. Last second like the hook on block. Yeah, the hook on block. I mean, it's fast, right? Fatal Blow's really fast. I'm going to think about it later. I can't remember exactly how fast Jax's Fatal Blow is on startup, so I don't know for sure. I'm inclined to think maybe, but regardless, it matters not. As video games, he swaps to Jax, and it was looking decent. It was a close game in the end, but it's got to be said. It's got to be said, though, 100%. Shout out to Video Game Joe for getting top 8 at his first major tournament. That was a sick result. Really, really sick result, but I know he's going to be disappointed that he didn't get further, as players of his caliber always will. His first ever major, and it was arguably the most stacked UK NetherRealm tournament of all time, and he got 7th. I mean, top 8 in any capacity is a great result. That is definitely nothing to shake a stick at. The big issue I think that video games had this tournament was, I mean, the Cabal problem. Cabal was a character that was able to fight both of his characters, I guess, he was using competitively. And but with tournament comes a lot of time to reflect. You know, a lot of reflection. And I guess what's been learned here from video games is maybe either assess the Jax versus Cabal matchup a little bit differently in terms of some punishes, because there were some punishes I think that were left on the table.
But
sure.
That's how you do it, right? If you do main a character like that, that does have some tough matchups. Because I don't know how bad Cabal and Shao Kahn is. Like, you know, he did lose to lost to Cabal in winners, to Sonic Ninja, and obviously to Nivek in losers. So we know obviously Cabal is a character that pretty much double eliminated him. However, he was looking like a lot more comfortable with it with Jax today, especially in comparison to yesterday. So maybe that's just the next step, right? Is don't stop playing Shao Kahn, just try and work on those matchups with a character that you know that can compete. And his Jax was looking really good. I definitely think he could have ran it back. It was just a couple of decisions.
Anyone watches his stream will know that Video Game Show plays no games when he plays Shao Kahn. Like, he is absolutely, I think he is without question one of the top Shao Kahns in the world. That's all to be said for that one. We're going into our next matchup, Dizzy TT and Undead Jim. Undead Jim has been, I mean, he's a hometown hero in Birmingham. You know, he is a Birmingham boy. He was helping Tio and actually run the tournament, but he was able to compete in it as well. And here he is now in the top 8, also playing Jax, but he competes on Hitbox. That funky controller with the buttons, which is just so sick.
That's one way of playing it.
I love a Hitbox. I'd love to own one, but it's just real life, isn't it?
Now the big thing here, the big thing here is obviously we just saw Grin and Barrett. Undead Jim, big hunker down play. We saw him defeat Irish Mantis and loser side to make top 8. He had quite the run, and he defeated Fasol as well. Undead Jim has had a very good tournament. Definitely widely considered to be one of the better NetherRealm players in the UK for many years now.
But Dizzy TT, the kid, you know him and love him by now. This guy's been to pro competition events, recently 4th place at Vianality. One of 2 of the last remaining EU players in Vianality top 8. And he's just got that patented Sonya. You know, he plays Sonya, he knows the character's good, he knows he can play the game fast. He's part of that young generation, the Rewind and the Deoxys and the Samiz generation of younger players that got involved later, but just have reads, reactions, tournament experience. Dizzy is so comparable to that version of a player, but just on UK soil.
No, absolutely. And he's been really successful so far, doing well in pro competition points, but this again, this is a UK tournament. We have a lot of players here that don't usually get to travel as much, that we don't get to see as often. And here we go, first round going to Dizzy and the Jim. I don't know exactly what this matchup would be on paper. I've never seen it played myself too much, so I definitely don't know for sure, but I know Hunker Down is widely considered to struggle against Keep Away, like strong Keep Away. And Sonya, despite being one of the best mix-up characters in the game, definitely is also one of the best owners for sure.
It's definitely why people consider Sonya one of the best characters, if not the best, is that she really has everything. She is a jack of all trades, but has no shortcomings to make up for it. So if you are a competitive player and you want to give yourself the best shot, Sonya's not a bad shout.
So jack of all trades, master of some of them. Okay, there we go. The jump kick. Going to be one of Hunker Down's only real way to launch your opponent. Oh, no anti-air either.
Yeah, he hesitated. I think it was a specifically placed jump 3, though, just in case he tried to anti-air.
No, we saw it from Omega earlier on. We're seeing it from Dizzy now. Those jumps with very last-minute jump kicks, because they're very likely to beat those standing button anti-airs. They confirm the breakaway. Dizzy scouts it out. Now there's nothing for him to flawless spot punish with. Oh, okay.
Gonna confirm the down 1 because he knew that Dizzy was going to try and go for the crouch, and Jax is down 1. One of the faster down 1s in the game, and it's not very minus either. If you're a down 1 happy player, Jax is really good for that.
Going into this round with the hot hands as well. He has some rockets to contest with the zoning.
Oh, wow, okay.
Big confirmed, 25%. Yes, please.
He just knew that would anti-air too. That was such a telegraphed and long-winded jump in that the jump 3 was always going to come. Dizzy has the screen space. Drone drop knocking down the up 3 invincibility, getting at least away. Whiffs the back 2. I wonder if that was a dash punch. Uh-oh. Getting clipped by the energy ring, and now he's in a bad situation. Walks back, tries to jump.
Was that down 2 from Dizzy? Goes to the max range fatal blow, but doesn't scout out the low in the string. And Dizzy going to take the first game under Jim. Showing signs of life, though. Definitely wasn't free. I mean, it's going to be rough, though. Like, we know Hunker Down struggles against good keep away. It's all about how you get in and stay in, but you do have to be careful, because if you stay in too long against Sonya, and she sees herself with an advantage, like she gets a down 3, she gets the plus frames, and she can start enforcing those mix-ups. Big block on the overhead.
I mean, that's the Sonya matchup, isn't it? It's stay out of back 1 range as much as you possibly can. You don't want to deal with that back 1-2 or back 1-4. It's just not worth it, ever. And there's the 1-3. Takes the low. And now he's fighting back. Undead Jim. Every single time he hits that string, he's going to get those hands heated up. And remember,
he's max level now.
He gets more moves access to. And the crushing blows as well.
Here we go. No, he doesn't want to use it. I think he realizes he's got a huge lead and doesn't need to. Oh, he ticked into the grab.
He literally raised his hands after getting hit by that, like in real life.
Because I would have killed. If it had gone for the command grab crushing blow there, it would have killed for sure. He had the bar for it as well.
I guess the consolation prize is he's got it for the next round, but he's definitely wishing he spent it. Oh, big punish. I mean, it's hunker down, so not too big, but decent. I mean, yeah, this is definitely one of the lower sides to hunker down, is his traditional standing punish damage when he doesn't have the heat and doesn't have the crushing blow. Definitely on the lower side, but his crushing blows do so much damage out of nowhere, it almost makes up for it like that. Wow, okay. So that one hurt.
Haven't seen that in a while.
Well, he got hit by the jump 3.
Oh, he's doing 400 damage!
I mean, ultimately, look, Dizzy got hit by the jump 3, right? And he got hit by some reads. And he's like, if you're going to try and jump in and bait my standing button, I'm just going to go for the down back 2 every time.
I'm going to let you do the jump kick, because this will beat it.
Crushing blow as well. If it counter hits, neutral jump's going to allow for a full combo. Under Jim can do nothing about that.
So that's the optimal in the corner. That's probably Sonya's hardest combo, is the 3-3-3 and then extension to finish. Dizzy was going for it a lot of yesterday and was dropping it. Max range extension on the ring cancel under Jim.
Not dropping it twice. Back to back, 438 damage. Just count it up. He's hit by the 1-3. Dizzy trying to stagger it. Doesn't want to overextend under Jim. The problem is every time he hits a dash punch, he does send Sonya to a range that she kind of wants to be at this health, giving himself a lot of work to do to close in the space. The grab's going to come through as well. And Jim in a bit of a bad situation now. Blocks right on the overhead. And
okay, and gets a counter hit. We're going to be building up that heat now. We say he still has... Oh, hang on, he's got the 2 bars. 2.
Keep going.
3.
Keep going.
No, he drops it.
He's unfortunately dropping it quite consistently yesterday too. I know it's all about...
When you say consistently, he went for it twice, got it once, and one time he didn't.
Actually, I counted 3 times.
Oh, well then. Still though, unfortunate. It is one of the trickier crushing blows to get, especially on this top 8 stage. Oh, the dash
so
under.
Clean.
That was so good. The dash under to get the trip guard. Unfortunate for under Jim. He got the opportunity with the command grab. He had the 2 bars, but just didn't have the timing right now. But he is down 2-0 now. Dizzy looking really strong as expected. I definitely don't want to count Jim out though. I think he definitely can do this. Like, it was 2 close games. It just comes down to a few errors here and there. Oh, wow, that's flawless blockable? I had no idea.
Well, now we do. He's got a decent amount of hot hands. He has the projectiles. The dash punch. Dizzy, even though he gets hit, I think sometimes when he's on this health, he'll kind of take the trade of just losing a little bit of health for under Jim to lose all of his meter. And now those hands are warm. And there it is.
The warm embrace of the forward throw into 330 damage.
Don't you love it?
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, max range of head, but he drops the combo, does Dizzy. Under Jim. Now, he's definitely going to want to win this round. Okay, he's going to manage to do so with a running command grab.
I feel like Under Jim is playing this matchup really well, actually. It's just coming down to a few errors.
Well, the thing is, I feel like Hunker Down is almost the most dependent on his crushing blows of almost anyone in the game, if you think about it. He needs them to be threatening, but they're not the easiest to apply either. And think about it, what cost him the last game was dropping the crushing blow. That was literally it. Big confirm.
I love that confirm. That MK3 stuff, that's an MK3 combo right there.
So the fact that under Jim, he's been able to use one of those important crushing blows, win the round on it, if he can continue to do that, that is the important thing here. Okay, big hit, more heat coming through, those rockets are there, if he even needs them, and he won't, as there we go, 1 hit at a time, the crushing blow. Just as we can talk about it, is going to be coming through for another round.
One, just for good measure.
I feel like every Jax player in the world does that on Finish Him if they haven't used it. So look, I didn't even need to use this.
If you've got a character that has a crushing blow that can be hit and finish him, that's better than a fatality. Like if you play Collector,
I mean,
if you're like one of the 2 people that play Collector,
about that is
one of the funnest thing to do is to charge his like weird yo-yo.
I mean, you're never going to hit that in a normal game anyway, right?
Oh, definitely not. Well, you will get it in a real game in Finish
Also,
Him.
the best thing about doing a crushing blow in Finish Him instead of fatality is they can't turn off their controller to interrupt it.
No, they can't.
That's going to be like the unofficial fatality.
But I mean, yeah, it was like what you talked about, right? Where if you're playing Hunker Down and you're unable to get many of those grabs, you're not really able to land the crushing blows.
Oh, that was huge.
It was being prevented from you being able to maximize the main reason you'd pick the variation in the first place, which the grab, but not as whiff punishable as some others, I suppose.
Oh, another big jump kick. No grab this time from Under Jim. I think he wasn't too certain it was going to connect this time. Dizzy.
Anti-air ring blast. And yeah, this is Dizzy trying to stay just a little bit further away. He's opting a much more keep-away heavy style that we didn't see in the previous game. He's anti-airing with the energy ring too.
He has already used the crushing blow of the ring. Uh-oh. This is actually dangerous. Jax is a comeback machine if he has the heat. Bull, big throw tech. Oh, the running grab again, Dizzy.
Getting caught out.
Oh, empty jump. Oh, again.
Now he's actually evening things out. He's got to be expecting a tick. And Jim was just looking for something to pull the trigger on Fatal Blow. He's fishing for it, and the reversal throw counter, meaning that Jim was pressing buttons. It's match point for Dizzy TT, but under Jim, he was so close. He was looking for that Fatal Blow.
Okay, big hit. He is in range. He's going to get the full combo. 2 cancels used. Oh, big breakaway under Jim.
It feels bad when you break away and you've already lost nearly 40% anyway.
But it did cost Dizzy both bars of offense. And Sonya does kind of need the bar to get huge damage, but she does respectable without it off that one launching string. But, okay, another one, Dizzy, consistently getting caught out by the string. I mean, he does 12%, but it will add up if you get hit by a lot of them. Oh, okay.
That was a...
Completely cleared it.
Just at the magic time. You rarely see that happen in another throw tech. 2 times in a row, jump kick. He knows it's going to work out, so he goes for the air grab. Doesn't amplify because he thinks the extra bar is more important. He needs that dash punch constantly.
Oh, a big whiff. Yeah, Dizzy's looking for the forward 2 whiff. He gets it. The low connects. He has a bar. Wait a minute.
No.
There's nothing here.
No.
He's got fatal blow, and he's going to use it. Will this kill? I think it might. It might. There was a lot of hits before, but this is doing a lot.
Surely.
That's it. That is it. More than enough damage. Dizzy TT on the back of a double ring cancel combo.
Oh, God, under Jim. He's just sitting in his chair. He's like,
my God,
I can't believe it. Hey, that did a lot of damage, didn't it? That was a really good match, though.
Yeah, that's
very,
he flipped
good.
He flipped in the bird and then shook his hand. It's like, I hate you, but I respect you.
Good
and he's going to take it. Good games also. Good games. Good games.
But I mean, that was just execution, right? No, Dizzy. Those back one loops in the corners, are just, they're not as easy as they look either. It's very tight. Because you can do 1, 3, 4, and it's like way easier.
So doing it, so when it comes to Sonya's like, you know, ring cancel game, I believe that doing the cancel off the low is actually one of the easier versions she does. And obviously it is a 50-50, so it's a real dangerous one. But getting it twice, especially when you're on this kind of stage, super impressive for sure. As that's going to finish things off for our first round matches in top 8. And so we have winners finals ready with Foxy Grandpa and Omega K. PND winners finals. I'm happy to see that. Seacat versus Nivek.
I'm pretty sure a PND winners finals is every versus fighting.
Was it? Yeah, I think
almost.
So. Almost.
Apart from the one time Yupei came.
Oh, yeah.
If Yupei wasn't there, it would have been again.
Damn,
but Yupei beat me.
Ruining this talking point. Seacat against Nivek is going to be loser's side. And then Sonic Ninja and Dizzy TT. That's going to be one to watch for sure. Sonic Ninja was playing out of his mind yesterday. Obviously falling to Foxy Grandpa today. Foxy Grandpa bringing out that Cassie that we haven't seen him play in quite some time. So good to see him still have that character in the pocket. As it's definitely not the... At the start of the game, it was Cassie first, Kung Lao second. And I feel like now it's flipped around. So it's like Kung Lao mainly, and then we see Cassie every now and then if it's necessary.
The big thing Foxy's doing is he's waiting for Shang Tsung to be legal because
he doesn't have to wait very long.
Yeah, I mean that is the crazy thing about versus fighting really is that we are on just the final days of that ban period.
Which is a shame for the Shang players out here, but
yeah, sorry, bro.
Yeah, it is, but it is what it is. You know, beggars can't be choosers. As we go into our losers side now, as we're going to be seeing Nivek once more on the back of his victory against Video Games Yo, and Seacat falling to Omega K in the winner's side. Now, this is pretty much a bit of a... I mean, I guess you could say it's a gauntlet, but I feel like that's just the nature of a top 8, especially in Europe. Like, by the time you get to top 8, like, you really are seeing Europe's best.
I'm happy to see Seacat this far in a top 8 in general, because, you know, we know Nivek, and we've seen him constantly in American majors and European majors. You know, he's one of the real old-school European NRS heads. But Seacat... I genuinely didn't even know he was coming. I haven't seen Seacat at an event in so long because he was such an online warrior at MKX.
I know he at minimum comes to the Birmingham stuff.
I mean, local boy, right?
Yeah, he is with the ED boys. He is a Birmingham guy, and you know, lo and behold, we see him at all the Birmingham tournaments. And Versus Fighting is in Birmingham every year, and hopefully we'll see those of you at home watching. If you want to get involved, Versus Fighting next year, I'm sure it's going to happen.
If you're in the UK or I mean. Hell with it, Europe, come to Versus Fighting. It is one of the premier European tournaments. And if you're in the UK, what's your excuse? Get it next year. Play some video games.
Now Seacat again, Dead of Winter Sub-Zero. This has been his only character of the tournament so far.
Now the escape failed. I think that was more, not really a throw a tech attempt. I think Nivek just got caught trying to poke it. It was the wrong button he was pressing at the time. Confirm into Nomad Dash though. And that is one thing that we see Nivek do. He doesn't try with the extra optimization for the down one. He keeps it guaranteed and simple every time. But well, that's the way he plays Cabal, right?
You have to go with what you don't drop, right?
Yeah, go with what you know you'll hit. Hey, a certain 16-bit once said that if you're going to go for a combo that you'll drop 90% of the time or a combo that you'll hit 100%, go for the 100%. And a very, very fast round one, actually, to be fair.
It was, but it's definitely slowed down somewhat now. I feel like Nivek is content kind of get the life lead and then sit on it, right? Dead of Winter, he has the ice ball, but that's pretty much all he has to threat from full screen. The forward 4 can be reacted to. Shoulder isn't really used in the same fashion as slide, so it's definitely not quite the same. Plus frames, respect shown from Nivek. The second he sees a button, though, that down 4 comes swinging.
But I think sometimes when you start a round like that and you do a forward 4 into a down 3 or a down 1, I think it almost like gives the defending player a bit of knowledge, because that suggests to me that Sikia is expecting a down 1. He's expecting Nivek to be more disrespectful than he's actually being, which means he's not quite getting a read on him just yet, which explains why round 1 was so one-sided. All right, grab. Finally managed to land it, and there was no escape failed there, so Nivek just kind of expecting a mid or something. Oh, instant jump into the saw. Seeing a lot of that from Nivek. In fact, Nivek's really trying to open up the space for himself in the air, right? Doing those instant saws. Nice confirm. Back one into the EX saw. Ooh, big flawless block. He was fishing for something there, I think. I don't know if he quite got the up 2, but... Low punish. There we go. Big punish on the low hook. Right, reset, mix up, and he bets it on forward 2, but Nivek, I dare I say, I don't even know if he reacted. He was just stand blocking. He was convinced we were going to see an overhead, and Sikiat's offense being a little bit too predictable so far. However, I'm not sure if it is predictable or if it's literally just Nivek just being aware, you know, because yes, it seems to be a 50-50, but it is reactable to certain players, right? It's one of those debated topics. And again, another one. Nivek going for that big damage on the back one saw. Big decisions. But again, like, when it comes to the Sub-Zero overhead low, a lot of players say that the overhead low is reactable if that's all you're looking for, right? The problem is if you're looking to react to the overhead and you get hit by a throw or a stagger or something like that. But if you're in a situation like that, right, how common is it for someone to go for, you know, if a Sub-Zero is cutting their damage of that severe, to go for the restand instead and, you know, go for the plus frames to enforce a low overhead, it's very obvious that one is coming, right? So if you have got the reactions to stand up, which we know Nivek is likely to have, you can look for it and you can get it accordingly. Oh, tries to hit it with the ice ball. Sikia was convinced it was going to hit it, but fortunately for him, Nivek didn't get the punish on the ice ball either. Yeah, a little bit too slow on that back one. You know he fished for that string too because he wanted the crushing blow. He wanted that damage. All right, back one. Staggers it. There's Sikia not shy of staggering his pressure to try and keep the offense going, just for the cost of less damage every time you stagger something. Anti-air, wow. Just anti-air straight saw at the right magic moment. Flipped by the forward 2 again. Back 1-2. Oh, no confirm. I wonder if Nivek thought there was a counter hit there. Regardless. Oh, the walk down into the mid. Nivek, he's really fishing for the throw baits. Okay, we're going to see another back throw from Sikia. Sikia has a life lead. Oh, okay. Is that going to do enough? Yes, it will. Yeah, he just used the deep freeze as a poke. That was, I think you're going to press a button and here's something you're not going to be expecting. Well, it still powers through projectiles. If Nivek's going to go for those instant jump shots or standing swords in any fashion, it's going to get plowed up. Okay, big confirm. If Sikia does that a lot, he spends the bar just for the extra damage. Let's not forget Sub-Zero's forward throw. It is one of, if not the most loopable throw in the game. And the forward throw, it's like, what, plus 20 and beyond. Like, it really is a crazy throw. Double digits advantage, for sure. And it's one of those dangerous ones, right, where the forward throw has so much advantage and the back throw has the crushing blow. Like, it's very dangerous. Big boot coming through. Oh, wow. Just a down 2. What if he thought a throw was coming? Oh. And again, that last minute saw toss. Delays the back 3 just in case. And that is one thing Sub-Zero players will do. You're expecting a forward 2, which comes out slower. They'll delay the back 3, making it a little bit harder. Ooh, wake up forward dash. Almost worked out. You can see how hesitant Sikia is to go for these overheads anymore. Nivek, I don't think he's been hit by a single one so far. Oh, and there it is, the counter poke with the extended hook. Nivek, he doesn't do that very often, but he saves it for when the opponent's low, and that's, well, I'd say is most likely to connect. I would imagine Sub-Zero can probably slide punish it. Oh, okay. I imagine Sub-Zero can slide punish it, which would explain why Nivek doesn't go to it that much. The slide punishes it, but I don't know if the cold shoulder does. It is slower. A little bit, yeah, there's a bit more startup, isn't there? A little bit more startup on the cold shoulder. So I'm inclined to think it doesn't. Oh, that is huge for Nivek. Reposition, down back 4. Yes, knocked down. Now we're going to see what he gets off this. I just feel like Nivek has just had such a gauge on it and gets the variation-specific combo. Have to deep freeze that ice ball for it to work. Oh, and there we go. We see the first overhead connect, and Sikia committed to it as well. Unbreakable. Oh, that was so clean. Perfect read. And once more, it's going to work. Nivek, because he beat the roll, knows the defensive bar's not available, so no breakaway. And that was a much better played game 1. And that game 1 really suggested to me that it was Sikia trying to just get some bearings, right? How does Nivek approach this matchup? And he took a whole game just trying to learn that. A big thing is confidence, though, right? In game 1, he kept going for overheads, and you know, a lot of them were punished, or they just missed, or he wouldn't commit.
And we didn't see a huge amount of that as much in Game 2, but towards the end, we really... I think it was... The second we saw that overhead connect was when we saw it really start to go from there. Because the second... Especially as a Sub-Zero player, when you're playing Dead of Winter and you want to go for the mix-ups, the second you hit the unsafe one, you're going to be kind of feeling it, right? Like, okay, right, he didn't react to it, which means he's not playing, you know, 100% at this moment. You can kind of run away with it from there. I wonder if that's the kind of momentum that CCAT needs to really bring this through. Because that Game 1 was very one-sided, and it didn't look like the same CCAT we saw all of yesterday. But Game 2 is another story. Game 3, what will we see here?
Ooh. Well, we know that Nivek, he's one of the most old-school EU NRS heads for a reason, right? This guy can adapt pretty quickly. Let's not forget, he does already own an intercontinental spot by winning Fighting Games Challenge in Poland. All right, restand. Oh, wow! Just down 2 out of nowhere.
And that's really plus as well. Like, for Nivek to get buttons out of there means that CCAT really is hesitating. I like the use of the amplified ice ball there, because he's amplifying the ice ball and then going for the restand, so his restand is doing 20%. That's not terrible damage for a restand, especially from what it leads to with Sub-Zero. Nivek finding the opening for the mix-up. Oh, okay. No, CCAT. He just didn't think that was going to connect at all.
Yeah, sometimes, even though, you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but if you don't believe in something, you're not going to fully dedicate. A jump kick, breakaway. Very, very quick breakaway, actually. He knew he was in danger. Almost gets the back one. But that time, Nivek mustn't have believed his jump kick was going to work out.
Oh, he's
punish.
dead. Jump in, standing for fatal blow. Yes, he is absolutely dead. CCAT with a huge damage. Big jump in.
He's playing extremely well. That first game really felt like it was just information gathering, and now he's got all the information he needs on at least how to approach how Nivek is playing this matchup. He looks way more comfortable.
Oh, what?
That was sick.
That was so good. If only Nivek committed, that would have been the best thing ever. We actually saw Dizzy do that yesterday.
What, he 1-3-4'd?
Yeah, against Ladno. Ladno went for the forward 4, and Dizzy 1-3-4'd it on reaction. With Sonya hit with that string on the way in. Big confirm for Nivek though.
Forward 2-2. Now we're going to get the full combo breakaway. The one that's Cabal, isn't it? He doesn't have a lot of launches, with the exception of the Saw. And hitting a full launch with Cabal can be quite tricky. So by the time he launches you again, most of the time you're going to have breakaway available.
It depends how much you're being on wake up, I think, as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Or how much you give them the chance to breakaway or wake up, I suppose. Because obviously the extended hook means you're not really going to be getting the chance to roll the wake-up attack. Big hit on the overhead. Caught Nivek jumping. Clean damage.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, hang on a minute, though.
A little bit too eager. This is a confirm. And there's still no breakaway. Still alive. Even without the optimization, I don't think the down 1 version of that combo would have killed either. So Nivek, keeping it simple, didn't really punish him. He was still 1 hit away, and he took it. This is a 1 round apiece. So he gets now full combo again. Knocked down.
Oh, okay.
What a read.
Oh, he missed the ice ball. Again, you see CK. He's throwing out more of those like meterless ice balls now. Oh,
what
optimal
a
punish. That's standing 3.
God.
No. Okay, he misses the jump kick, but manages to at least get standing 4 shoulder. So the damage isn't terrible there. Oh, Nivek tried to standing 1 it again. CK, I think CK is kind of testing him. He's almost like calling him out. Like, you want to hit this with a button? I dare you to do it multiple times. Oh, big hit. Doesn't get a combo from it, though.
Yeah, we see CCAT use that back, too, regularly. Like, if he thinks the button's going to be pressed, he will stick it out, because he'll just confirm it into deep freeze.
It's like barely minus on block 2. The double back 2, though.
I really feel like CCAT, I feel like he's not being confident enough with his own offense. He's hitting so many attacks that he's shy to dedicate to, but if he just didn't, and stuck to it.
I feel like when you have the health you can afford, and he's got a breakaway as well, so with a massive life lead and breakaway.
Oh my god.
No, but again, he went for the ice ball. CCAT. He's not playing reactively right now, preemptively.
Plus frames. Flawless blocks the poke, and that's actually dead. What a flawless block, but there's no getting around the fact that CCAT had that game a couple of times. If he just believed in some of his offensive decisions, he would have taken that game.
Well, at the same time, I understand why he didn't, because, like, it's unsafe. You know, if you commit to anything from the overhead that isn't just the overhead single hit by itself, you're punishable. But
I feel like Dead of Winter is unsafe.
If you want to play it that way, it's easy to see a mix-up here and go, oh, you should have committed to the unsafe thing. But in this instance, he did have a huge life lead. He did have breakaway. It wasn't like Nivek could have actually killed him with anything in that situation, unless he punished with like the overhead hook. And even then, like overhead hook, crushing blow into fatal blow wouldn't have killed either.
I actually love what Seacat's doing, how he goes for the unbreakable and he ends it in the shoulder charge, because ultimately he doesn't get a restand. He just gets one read on a wake-up, of which, if he makes the right read, he can actually punish him and then get another hit anyway. So, opting not to go for the breakable damage at the start because he wants the positioning that the unbreakable would bring. Now, though, this is dangerous for Seacat. He's barely down on life here, but this could be the last game for him. Another flawless block. We're seeing Nivek get so many flawless blocks, but the up twos just aren't there. I wonder if he's even going for them, honestly. I think he's just content taking the flawless block. Oh, the roll into buttons gets counter hit from Nivek. Gonna spin the bar and take himself to match point. Seacat officially against the ropes. I mean, I feel like he can do it. It's just gonna be difficult because, like, a huge amount of his offense comes down to, you know, committing to the mix-ups, right? Having the confidence, being bold, and Nivek is just not really giving him the opening to do so. Plus frames, respect, back two again. He knows he's going to press a down one, and he's just fishing for it. Gets the down one. I like it. Awareness, convert to deep freeze. It does give Sub-Zero more conversion potential, and that crushing blow is going to put him back into the fight. Again, delaying the back three because the forward two comes out late. Let's time the back three so it comes out at the same time. You can say you can react to forward two, but if the Sub-Zero player delays it, there are so many other things you have to worry about that the forward two will hit. Ooh. Alright, 1-1-1. We're going to see a full combo now. Knocks down once more. Nivek's in fatal blow territory, and with 1 bar of Amplify, he can win this game if he gets one clean confirm. Oh, he tries! No! Meager punish from Seacat. That could have been the round. Yes, the throw is better than nothing. Oh, okay. Commits to the overhead. That could have been dangerous. There was actually a head, Seacat with a head shake. He knew he potentially completely choked that by going for the wrong punish. But he did still take the round, right? That's the important thing by 5. You do make that kind of like choke decision to still manage to stop the bleeding and get the round anyway. Super important. Yep, reversal back one. He's just waiting for the time to press it. Escape failed. And with Cabal, that spells bad news, especially when you're match point down. No deep freeze here. He knows that Nivek, he needs to save that bar. He needs to use it to try and win the round, right? He's going to use it up close. Okay, here we go, Seacat. We're seeing more confidence. Unbreakable again because he goes for the forward dash. He still gets a positioning if he goes for the shoulder charge, even without... Oh, okay. Clean anti-air. What a pickup. Hit him on the way up and then confirm with a double back two. And again, Nivek sticking out just a standing string. Yeah, we're starting to fall through Nivek's fingers just a little bit. And I love I love this grab, actually. He goes for the version that won't crushing blow because he wants to get the free damage. And now... Oh, okay. Now if he gets crushing blow throw, it's bad news for Seacat. All right, loopable forward throw. What's the mix? Delayed down one. Oh, good tech. Crucial tech from Seacat. Oh, he tried to punish the back one. Wasn't close enough. That was almost a game over on that one. Oh, that's it. That's it. He's dead. And he goes for the 2-3 just to go for extra damage. The fatal blow as well, and he confirms at the last second. It's going to be Nivek taking it over Seacat. But I mean, Seacat did really well in this tournament. I know the crowd was backing him. Unfortunately, he couldn't quite get the win. But I mean, Nivek himself had a lot to prove after Viennality. You know, he definitely underperformed by his own standards. He knows that better than anyone else. And he had to go into the next Intercontinental event at least. Just he looked really sad when you said that. But I mean, no, he's going to be happy with how far he's been able to get, right? Like, minimum 4th. No, for sure. Like Nivek truly is one of the best European Netherrealm players, right? He has been, I don't want to say too inconsistent with the game so far. Like, yes, he didn't do very well at Viennality, but he did win Fighting Games Challenge. He did well at Sonic Boom, and he is doing well here at VSFighting, right? So I feel like his successes definitely outweigh I don't even want to say the failures because it's shortcomings. Yeah, really. The shortcomings. But even then, right, kind of showing us how solid he can be. I definitely feel like Cabal is a better pick for him instead of the Jackie. I really do prefer it overall. I think it suits him much better as a character. I think he is just so solid with him, and he's just a great character for a player like Nivek, right? With the fundamentals, that's the big thing. Cabal is a good character for people with strong fundamentals, and Nivek has them in spades. But we're going to be moving on to our next Losers Round 2 game on the stage as we get ready to see Sonic Ninja versus Dizzy TT. Now, Sonic Ninja, I believe, the last Birmingham guy left in the tournament, so this might be the last chance for the crowd to really actually get some representation further on. I mean, all of Birmingham has done tremendously well today. You know, we really cannot undersell just how well Birmingham did, right? 3 Birmingham boys in top 8 in this stacked of a major event. Like,
it's super impressive. There's no two ways about it. But we are not done. Yeah, we have to remember this is an intercontinental combat event. First place is truly the one that matters the most, because if you win this tournament, you make it to the intercontinental finals at DreamHack, and if you win the intercontinental finals, you are a direct lock for the pro competition finals when they are taking place, and that is huge for an international player.
And I'm pretty sure how this works as well, with Nivek already having a ticket for the intercontinental
Does that mean second
finals.
place, though? If he gets first, does second place get it?
I mean, that's normally how this kind of thing goes, which I would assume means that, I mean, the UK is going to Intercontinental Combat no matter what. You know, I mean, with Nivek being the only non-UK player in this top 8, and the fact that he already owns a qualification spot, that should... I mean, I'm just kind of spitballing here and thinking
we
out
don't know
loud.
100%, so, you know, no, please don't take that as gospel. We don't know for sure, but I would assume that's how it would work. But I guess we'll see if that even happens, right? Nivek has to win the tournament in order for that to be a thing.
Got to get through Omega K, Foxy, potentially Dizzy TT, or Sonic Ninja.
Now, this is going to be a good game, because we don't see Cabal and Sonya too much. I feel like the UK is just such... It's Cabal country, for sure. There are so many Cabal players, and so many good Cabal players.
You nearly played Cabal in this tournament as well.
I should, but my silly loyalty to Kano for some reason got in the way.
Get bodied, mate.
Now, Sonic Ninja, clean cut Cabal, one of the best that we've seen with this character so far. Super solid. Managed to defeat Video Game Zero yesterday, really clean showing, but since loses by Foxy's Cassie Cage and winner's side, Dizzy TT. Again, these are just two really strong players, and I'm really excited to see this.
And now, Cabal versus Sonya. It's a matchup you're going to be seeing a fair amount, actually. There's a lot of Cabal players kicking out in the pro competition as well that you'll see your fair share of in North America. And Sonya, I mean, she's popular everywhere in the world, isn't she? And there's the low. Back one low. Some people say you can fuzzy it, but again, it's similar to a Sub-Zero forward 2, right? I don't think every single player out there is able to react to that, especially in a high-pressure situation when there is so much else he can do. Gets the poke on the standing 3.
Oh,
wow.
Confirms the crushing blow. I think he wanted to keep it unbreakable instantly because we can see that Dizzy was close approaching defensive bar. So if he actually went for the launch, the breakaway might have saved him. I don't know if Sonic Ninja had the time to go for unbreakable for it to be enough to kill him outside of that. Oh, okay, good throw tech. See Dizzy sticking out that down 3, trying to low profile. And if it connects, that's advantage time.
What's the mix-up going to be? Just a regular forward 4. Waiting for Sonic Ninja to press, but you know, Ninja's a very, very respectful player up close. You know, he very rarely kind of, he doesn't really mash, I would say.
No, again, very slow pace, very by the book, right? Oh, big max range jumping on that jump too, clean over the ring. Spending a bar just to get some more damage. I respect it. Oh, wow, anti-air, Dizzy.
But there's a lot of awareness here. Sonic Ninja does not dedicate.
Speaking of which, awareness confirming into the counter hit.
Oh my word, that hurts a lot. He could have arguably potentially got more there, but it's like he does not want to risk dropping it in this situation.
So Cabal actually does have a corner optimal that would have killed, but it's very difficult.
Yeah,
and if it had dropped it, if it had dropped it, he would have died for sure. Just Dizzy had Fatal Blow too.
Yeah, not only is the jump over 3 conversion hard, but it's like unsafe in it. If you drop it at a really bad time, they can just wake up and punish you. But actually, I was talking about like the optimization. There's a lot of awareness here. Sonic Ninja went for the 2-3, but he knew that breakaway was going to happen, so he didn't commit to Nomad Dash. Like, just these little details that you see at high level. But that was a pretty one-sided game 1, I would say. Like, I know there was a little bit of health exchanged, but at no point did Sonic Ninja look out of control. Like, I felt like he was the one dictating the pace of that entire game.
But I also feel like it's far too early to count Dizzy out. You know, I feel like a lot of his sets come down to this way. No matter who he's against, no matter what tournament, right? Like, it's not the. So I'm just trying to figure out what it is Dizzy's saying to the crowd. It's not the... Oh, okay, wait, he's actually gone Cassie. Because I was about to say, it's definitely not uncommon for Dizzy to lose games on the way, lose rounds. He doesn't always have, like, the cleanest wins, but he usually gets the wins. It just sometimes does take him a little bit... He does really have to fight for it a lot of the time, but he's good at clutching it out. But this switch to Cassie... Very interesting, because this is a... I have no doubt he has a Cassie, because I know Dizzy does play a lot of characters kind of casually online. We saw him play Liu Kang yesterday against White-Black. But Cassie, we know, is a rough matchup for Cabal, based on what we saw in the winner's side, or at least, you know, Sonic Ninja definitely struggled with it. If Dizzy can play it in the same way, we might see something similar. But not to swap away from Sonya, like, we know... So Dizzy and Foxy have, like, they have like a lot of fundamentals, but they definitely aren't the same player, right? So the way Foxy is going to play Cassie, I can't imagine we can see the exact same thing out of Dizzy.
But Dizzy did have the benefit of watching this matchup in the winner's side, and he saw how Sonic Ninja really struggled with a Foxy level of a Cassie. I don't mean skill in, like, you know, as the only thing. I mean pace, how he approached it,
The
how
style,
slow.
right? The style he played her.
Exactly.
Right, so we're on the Cove stage. You can have that corner escape. We saw the corner do a lot of work for Sonic Ninja before. It looks like Sonic Ninja doesn't actually want to deal with it in the big anti-air, big range.
Now, breakaway use at the last minute might have been somewhat of a mistake. Sonic Ninja is confident that he can still get this round.
Oh, he
but
actually
the
hits it.
amplified ground shot just picks him up, and there's the mid. Because Sonic Ninja uses breakaway at the end, it's going to take him a very, very long time to get it back too. But now we're going into round number 2. You can see how it's entirely a different change of pace, but the whiff punish. You can already notice the differences that we're seeing here, right? Where Sonic Ninja was pretty much completely unable to whiff punish Foxy in the exact same matchup. It's just how different I think they're approaching it.
But the pace looks quite similar. I wonder if that's just the nature of the matchup. Like, regardless, it is going to be a bit slower. Because I feel like this is how Dizzy was trying to play it with Sonya, but I feel like Sonya just, again, Sonic Ninja, right? He was placing those jump-in twos up at perfect range, which, again, you can't do because Dizzy, as Cassie, you can afford to sit a lot further away for the anti-air. Big confirm here, Sonic Ninja. Again, that breakaway before you get launched to just minimize the Yoki. Matchup knowledge coming through already.
Yeah, it's little pieces of matchups. You know, so many players use their breakaway at the top where the damage has already been done. You need to be aware. You got to be alert. Save those resources. Against a character like Cassie, you need all the help you can get. But now, gets a grab reversal. A lot more work left. Sonic Ninja's in danger territory now. I believe a grab won't quite kill. Well, it will now.
At the same time, Dizzy is looking pretty low himself. A one hit. Is it going to... No, doesn't matter.
I can't believe it.
Okay, big wake-up throw. I say one hit from Sonic Ninja would do it at the time. Oh! If he did a jump kick on the way down, I wonder if that would have worked. Isn't hindsight the best?
Yeah,
I feel like Sonic Ninja was looking to press a button, he just didn't quite get it. Because it actually was a counter hit. I think he just did his jump in normal a little bit too late. But good for Dizzy TT. Managing to get a game on the board now, 1-1. We're seeing a lot of character changes work out in this top 8.
I feel like that's a 3 out of 5 too. Like, the moment you get the extra game to work with, you've got a little bit more information to gauge whether the character was the problem or whether you were the problem.
I think that's definitely the reason we see it actually happen in top 8 as well. Like, swapping characters in a 3 out of 5 is considerably less stressful than swapping characters in a 2 out of 3. I think that's just the way it goes, especially for the NetherRealm scene, right? With how fast some of the games can be, right? So much damage.
Reminiscent to an Injustice 2, you know, the amount of players that would have multiple characters in their pocket. The 1-1-1's going to whiff because Cabal, when recovering from the air sword, he is crouching on the floor, so some highs will miss him. Got to watch out for what button you punish him with in that situation. But I'm really liking this change to Cassie. I think, honestly, it's just small little hurt box, just like a mama. But ultimately, it's just a slightly different tool set from far away. It's mainly about the space, I think. Cassie can play at a space that Cabal isn't the most effective. The kind of like sweep distance, jump distance is pretty much where Cabal really thrives, where he can get those max range jump twos. He has the whiff punish buttons. He has amazing anti-airs. But just outside of that range, when you're looking at, like, you know, not quite full screen, but definitely not mid-screen either, that's where Cassie wants to be. And that's where she can make the match happen. That was huge. Wake up short hop making the grab whiff is one of my favorite things I think I've ever seen. And now from this health, they've both spent a lot of resources to reach the point they're at. Because this similar health, but
this is... Oh, wow.
Just no! I really think Sonic Ninja tried to do a jump 2 into a back 1-2, and he just mistimed it and got a back 2 by mistake.
Uh-oh, the shimmy.
What's next? Yeah, forward 4. Let's not forget Cassie's forward 4 versus grab game.
Oh, no, does the unsafe version. Dizzy
He
didn't have bar to amplify, but no, there we go. This time he gets it. Dizzy just getting that breakaway.
Sticks it out, but no crushing blow because there was no counter hit, but damage doesn't really matter at this stage. Dizzy TT just needs one more connect.
Oh, that could have been it.
Back 1.
Yeah, Sonic Ninja getting that back 1, but didn't get the confirm. Good throw tech. Let's be careful for Sonic Ninja now. He had the game in that one, but
oh no! Still alive though. He has 2 bars for the last breath, so he hasn't got to worry too much yet.
Oh, he got the whiff punish, just like that. Sonic Ninja walking in with a forward 2-2 to catch the whiff string from Dizzy. That was clean.
Misspaced it by the smallest amount. He's going to lose the fatal blow, but Oh my days, was it worth it?
I mean, absolutely. When you're like Magic Pixel almost, against someone like Cassie with the amount of mids, that low gunshot, the kneecapping.
But now from this range and this much health, Dizzy knows he can play that full screen game, and he doesn't really have to worry about it. He's done a bunch of damage already in Sonic Ninja. Now he's going in for those air saws, but he doesn't have the life lead, so all of these trades will be unfavorable trades. The forward 4. Very, very fast mid for crossing button presses. 1-1-1's going to miss, and the catch.
Another wake up short hop. I wonder what he's trying to go for there. From that range, I'm not sure if the throw is what he's trying to beat, but it must be. Big breakaway coming through though. Dizzy walking him down. Good patience to block the string this time.
Going in for a down one just in case, but
okay.
That's all works out. Sonic Ninja. We really can't count this guy out with the bar that he's got. He can keep things unbreakable if he really wants to, but a cheeky stuff.
I always forget that special cancel ball misses the combo though. Sonic Ninja doesn't get the punish, but manages to get back one. Turns it into just a low hook. Don't think he was confident it was going to connect and wants to commit to the mix-up. Oh.
That's the dangerous thing. The moment you block the up kick when she amplifies it, she's still in a great situation where she can make a read on what you're going to do. You know, it's not a punish, it's not unsafe. She gets to be at a range where she can, essentially, you know, she can jump, or if you jump, she can anti-air. At the cost of a bar, she gives herself a great situation on block.
Now we're seeing the counter pick work out. The swap to Cassie, right? Never want to doubt it, but it's definitely not a character we've seen Dizzy play before in tournaments, so happy to see it making sense. Again, we saw him play Liu Kang yesterday, mainly known for being a Sonya player, but... Oh, okay. Another early breakaway.
Yeah, this is the shades of the...
oh, again!
The winner's side of the bracket, I think we've seen, where Sonic Ninja just whiffing back one from just too far away. Again, going for a lone forward 2. Sometimes when that kind of stuff hits, you have to take it as it comes. If you were never going to dedicate to forward 2-2, then if it hits, then whatever. Take the damage. That crushing blow does not help situations, though, as now he's going to get the nut kick. And, yeah, disrespect him. Ooh,
yeah, that was nice.
Catch.
No, Dizzy definitely read that jump for sure. He did not hesitate to just go for the mid by itself, but Dizzy finds himself a match point. The swap to Cassie and a big confirm. Good breakaway from Sonic Ninja, but this could be the last round. That might be the last one we see from him. He's probably going to have time to build up one more, but most likely no more than that. Big roll into the confirmed. Dizzy, big damage coming through. No, he drops the end again.
I find these kind of like small combo drops, though, they are more of a hallmark of someone that definitely doesn't specialize in the character.
This is what a pocket looks like. This is a pocket character, right? You are going to see some combo drops, not the most optimal stuff, but a pocket character picked for a specific matchup for a specific reason. And that's exactly what we're seeing here, and it is enough to make it work.
Didn't believe in the 1-1-1. You know, we did see him pick that up in a couple of games ago, but if she whiffs the 1-1-1 and Sonic Ninja stands up, he can probably punish her, to be honest. So, assessing whether it's even worth it.
Oh, the Amplify actually keeps him safe this time, but Sonic Ninja just piece by piece finding himself lower and lower. He has the Fatal Blow, but so much damage left to make up for it. Gets a big jump in. This could be it. No, misses the Amplify. Oh, and he misses the Amplify into the wake-up buttons from Dizzy. An immediate choice. I think that's like the first time we've seen Dizzy wake up buttons with Cassie the whole set, and it's on the back of an immediate, like, clear mistake.
I feel bad for Sonic Ninja. That was he reeled back in his chair after that one. He was like, did my combo drop really result in a game loss?
It wasn't a combo drop per se. Like, it wasn't. I mean, I guess by technicality it was. Like,
if it was a missed muscle, I would
he went for the Amplify saw and didn't get it. Right? It actually does happen because you have to amplify the saw really early, so it can happen at times. But Dizzy knows enough about the game to recognize that was a mistake, right? So the second he sees that mistake and he's at that range, wake up with the button, because obviously he's not going to be super with it. And it worked out. Dizzy TT is going to be advancing through in the loser side, which means our top 4 is decided.
It's going to be Nivek versus Dizzy TT up next, as in, like, in the loser side. It's going to be winners finals as our next match. And then Omega K and a Foxy Grandpa. This is a highly respectable top 4 that we're now looking at, but the winners finals is going to be a run back from Reflect, which happened back in May. It was Foxy Grandpa was able to pretty much clean sweep Omega K. It was 6-0 in grand finals, but there's been time since then to, I mean, no pun intended, reflect on what happened.
Omega K is playing better this weekend than I think I've ever seen him play before. You know, he's beaten some seriously strong players to get to winners finals. I think if I've ever seen him, you know, be able to take it to Foxy, today might be that day. You know, and I'm not just bigging him up because you know, he's a good friend. You know, he puts in the work. I'm happy to see him do well, but he is genuinely playing amazingly well. And I think if there's ever a day he could take it to players like Foxy, this is literally the day. I think his results are starting to really kind of show that as well. You know, obviously we have to remember, he defeated Happy Pal at Reflect. He's defeated Dizzy TT in this tournament. Obviously beat Seacat to get to winners finals. Like, he is doing well for himself. So I think... And also a big thing about Omega K is he's not the most... I'm sure you would never guess by watching him play, but he's not the most confident player. You know, he is usually the last person in the room that will tell you he has a chance to do well at a tournament, right? He always kind of expects very little of himself when it comes to playing. But the way he's playing today and the amount of people he's beating, I feel like if there's a day he's going to have that confidence, this has to be the day. But this is a matchup of old school MK in the UK. You know, Omega K, MK9 boys, Omega K and Foxy Grandpa, 2 PND originals back in 2011. Dude, you want to talk PND originals? I saw Smokey was playing in this tournament.
He was. I saw him.
That's a man I haven't seen in years. What?
Now, this is a very, very specific pick. Foxy has been learning Jackie online, and it is arguably Geras' most difficult matchup. She doesn't... Foxy, actually, I've seen him saying, and I quote, you don't necessarily need a good Jackie to beat even a good Geras, in his opinion. He does not think this is a good matchup for Geras whatsoever. Well, this is the opportunity to show us. I mean, the thing is, I expect this is going to be a very simple Jackie, because think about it, it's Foxy playing, right? Foxy's style is very much so just, I mean, find the strings that make sense and use them, right? That is his style. Now, Foxy's going to opt to go for the leg break first, because Jackie players will always fish for that tech crushing blow. And it's got to be arm and leg, you know, to be apparent. At that point, it may as well be guaranteed. Goes for the 1-1-1, and now gets caught by the mid. Full launch here. And, yeah, these kind of drops are... Oh, God. He walked into the last bit. And just like that, re-evened out. Omega is back in the game. Apologies for the names, by the way, guys. Rest assured, this is Foxy Grandpa versus Omega K playing right now. The forward 2-1 confirmed into better spikes. Does he break away? Yeah, he does. Take the free damage for what it is. No answer, the charged fist. And the forward 3 as well. That's it. I mean, that's something we see Omega go for very often, is he'll go for the forward 2-1-2 into the gauntlet, because the Infinite Warden version of it is actually plus on block. Into the forward 3, which is a fast advancing mid. Like, it makes sense. Big hit on the forward 2. Nice confirm. Yeah. Standing 4. The benefit of just doing forward 2-1-2 in the corner just means that you don't have to look for the forward 2-1 confirm. It will just be safe on block and then combo on hit. And the grabs. Foxy, one of the main things that makes Jackie beat Geras is she has a one-size-fits-all answer for punishing forward 2-1-2. Deliberately, though, Omega is not going to that string as much as he otherwise would. He goes for it again there, but again, no answer. Foxy getting constantly clipped, and now he's deciding, wait a minute, if you're not going to punish this forward 2-1-2, I'm just going to go ham. I don't think we're going to see Foxy stick with Jackie any more than this game, to be honest. I don't think the pick just worked quite well enough. That was brave to neutral duck. But a combo drop. Mid again. Was expecting a grab, no doubt. Right, a couple. Goes for the knockdown. And the grab, okay. Verge of a comeback. I feel like this round has completely slipped through his fingers. And the jump! Oh, the down one! My God. Now, should we see Foxy stick with Jackie? I was actually talking to him about Jackie yesterday, because obviously we were talking about how he does actually play her. I wasn't expecting to see him pick her in tournament, but he did say that with his Jackie, and he has actually gone for the rematch, he ends in the elbow off the clinch every time, because he's like, you barely lose any damage over the knees, and you end with them right in front of you, which opens up Oki for mid or grab off of every touch. And that's why he does it. So whenever we see him hit a clinch, unless he's like stocking for the crushing blow, I have no doubt we'll see him ending with the elbow almost all the time. Big whip punish, though. Yeah, excellent whip punish there from Foxy. I mean, to be fair, he's not used Jackie this entire tournament, and it is very much a pocket Jackie. I wouldn't be surprised if he needed to use... huge whip punish from Omega K. I wouldn't be surprised if he needed that first game to just get comfortable and de-rust. Like, that does happen in tournament, where you need that extra game just to remember how to play a character. If you're using them for a specific matchup anyway. Drops the sand trap. Or tries to go for it back-to-back. And another combo drop from Foxy, and doesn't walk into it this time. Shades of game number 1, almost rearing their ugly head. Oh, that's a good trade for Omega. Get that damage on the table. Oh, and the flawless block comes through. The breakaway isn't there for Foxy either. Gonna spend the bed of spikes, get more damage coming through. He will. Oh, optimal stuff coming through. Puts himself in the corner, though. This might be dangerous. He doesn't even need the bed of spikes to get a situation. And that's what's so scary. Charge. Whiff punish again. But the grease kick, because it wasn't grounded, it's gonna whiff. This Jackie pick really hasn't worked out. every time he's in a position where you would sometimes deal with the forward 2-1, Foxy hasn't really gone for the answer.
Oh, what was that?
And the 1-1, I think he was ready for it. Oh my god, the overhead. Someone stop the damn match. This character hurts so good. And there it is, the interruption. For the first time we're seeing Foxy get in the way. That's the trade-off, right? Oh god!
The immediate to the chin. Take that. Wow!
He did it too early. Missed. He did it too early. He did it too early. I've never seen that before.
No, I've never seen that happen.
I didn't even know you could do it too early. No, it's ending with him close again.
Oh, on the wake-up buttons!
No confirm this time, though. And the block on the low. Big decision from Foxy, and it's going to pay off. The overhead would have killed. Actually, I believe both directions would have killed. Yeah, that's why it was a straight-up 50-50. Yep. I mean, from that range, that's a meager punish for what could have won the game.
Oh!
He does the unsafe puddle. Unsafe stuff. And Omega, I think he could taste victory and was way too eager to close things out. No, he was looking to catch Foxy, but again, Foxy has that patience. Uh-oh. Big punish on the mid this time. He's being very unsafe now. I think these really wacky decisions, they've caught Foxy off guard a couple of times, but I question how long they're going to work. Gets the choke again. Man, I'm still surprised that 4 better spikes missed. I've never seen that before. Ooh, staggers. Now, we haven't seen Omega go for many throws. Foxy's reasons have been pretty much immaculate. The dash in down 1, try and strong arm a turn, but clipped by the mid once more. Another drop, Foxy missing it every time consistently, but manages to get a reset out of it. A breakaway forced by Omega. Going for the forward 1 just in case, looking for that counter hit. Crushing blows potentially. No breakaway actually, so he can really hurt here. Yeah, he just wants to go 1 bar. Now 1 hit away from Fatal Blow is going to win this, depending on what happens. Oh, he exactly tried to bait out. I think he was trying to bait. What do you think he was trying to bait there? Just 2 back-to-back jumps. I'm not sure. It was either a regular Fatal Blow that wasn't delayed wake-up, or the moment he saw the delayed wake-up. Oh, you know what? I assume it was potentially Body Splash, because if you do...
He saw the delayed wake-up, was like, right, I'm going to use this opportunity to get a Body Splash and take a 50-50.
What's the most consistent thing that players like to do when they delay wake-up, right? They'll delay wake-up into a down 1, or they'll sit there and block and hold their turn. If you assume that they're delaying wake-up and you can get a meaty Body Splash or something like that, then the jump in kind of makes a lot of sense. But the wake-up Fatal Blow, Foxy knowing he has armor, it doesn't matter that you can't normally wake up when you delay. Fatal Blow has armor to blow through it regardless. Oh, wow. Another miss again. Foxy, that's 2 for 2, trying to get the whiff punishes. Throw counter. Foxy did wake up buttons then. The grab did meet him. Up 3 just to get out. Standing 1's going to whiff and whiff punished for another time. And Foxy's execution on that combo, unfortunately, has just not been very good at all. He has yet to land it. Again, yeah, we said it before. Signs of a pocket character, not a character you specialize in, right? That's pretty much exactly that. You know, he's picked this character as a counter pick because he thinks that Jackie will counter Gearus for a very specific reason. That reason isn't going to be combo execution, right? There's a delay. Yet to see Foxy get in between the forward 2 string yet. Breakaway forced now. Have to hold that Jackie. Mixed up a clit! Foxy getting opened up by the forward 2-1. Omega confirms. Doesn't commit, obviously, and clipped again. I mean, hard read, right? It's grab or it's forward 2 on that health. And this should actually be dead. Better spikes. That was that was just a whole life bar of hit confirms from Omega K as well. Like, he was walking down, he was threatening the grab, and we know Foxy's had an amazing track record of dealing with the throws so far. Now that's going to be a huge thing in the matchup, is the dash punch punishing sand trap every time. We're seeing Omega have to be very careful when he opts to go for them. And again, that running in mid, so dangerous. But even if you're not technically really unsafe off the sand trap from the down 4 from that range, you still have to hold something. And that's why Foxy's enforcing that mid. If Omega's going to try and challenge it anyway, he's just going to eat dirt for it. And this has been an entire round of Foxy. I assume he went for the 3 knees there. There's the tech. Yep, no tech at all. And arm first. That actually opens up the quite a hefty mix-up for the next time.
This is going to make it dangerous, though, because we know a huge part of Gearus' game is how strong his normal throws are. And we're now at a point where if he goes for them and Foxy gets the tech, which he has been doing every time, he even tried it, there is a crushing blow throw waiting for him if he gets it wrong.
But does he break arm? Because is the leg going to be the only tech option at this stage? I wonder if Foxy's going to use that against him. I mean, he's a Kung Lao god, right? He knows how to use those options. Oh, he tries to get in the way of the throw. Good block on the overhead again, though. The down 1 coming through. Oh, okay, Foxy getting hit by the low. First time we've seen him get opened up by the 50-50 so far. The wake-up roll to get out of there. They collide, but neither player believed. Confirm. No breakaway. This could actually really hurt. Yeah, he spends both bars. 1, 2. He's going to just get the damage.
Yeah, that's cashing out
situation.
Oh, the forward 3-2.
He gets caught moving as well. Counter hit.
Foxy, wonder if he went for a backdash or the mid there, but regardless, big decision from Omega. Sorry, I got interrupted by the quick blue. But this is a really good showing for Omega so far, though. Because, again, it's the decisions, right? How many times has Foxy had a breakaway to get away from things? The second he saw him without it, he's like, right, now is the time to cash out. Both bars spent, big damage. And, wait a minute, is this the Game 3 Omega K? Are we about to see Game 3?
I mean, Game 3 Omega K is definitely different to every other. He tries to convert up to 4-3!
This is Game 3 Omega K, 100%! And he doesn't drop it this time!
Oh, is he
We're
dead?
about to see ultimate degeneracy.
I mean, is he almost... I mean, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. He could have almost, like, killed off that, I think, as well. Now he has that forward 2-1-2. He has to be careful, though, because Foxy will be composed, and he's not shy of making crazy comebacks. That was definitely a flawless block, I think. I think that was a weird little flawless block he didn't quite get.
Oh, the roll gets beaten by the throw.
All right, Foxy. He's going to get back in it. One throw at a time.
And oh, the full string! And Foxy turned it into the grease kicks, too. He was confident Omega was going to walk into it.
No drops today. Knocked down. He has to sit down. Hold a lot of respect! Counter poke, fatal blow as well! And this is why you can't count out Foxy. Now, that was Game 3 at Omega K. Like, he did these crazy decisions, but the moment he's on the back foot, Foxy just had the better reads at the end of the day.
No, that was a big comeback for Foxy, for sure. That was looking all Omega, but Foxy on the back of, again, a commitment on a whiff and then a reversal fatal blow. That damage adds up quickly.
And now he's going to get conversion. Foxy not dropping this combo anymore. Sticking with Jackie because he needs to spend these games to get more and more warmed up.
Oh, that was ambitious.
Yeah, very ambitious. No drop here this time from Foxy. Doesn't get the 3 knees, though. Yeah, I think he went for the 3 knees and...
Oh, God! Max range, too!
Oh, wow, and again, Foxy trying to whip punish everything. Actually, what if he could have comboed off that? Another hit confirmed. Omega K, he's down on life, but I mean, he has the right character for damage. This could be a comeback. He has the fatal blow, too. If he gets one good catch here. Caught trying to jump. Foxy disrespecting on wake-up. What's he going to do?
Oh, the low!
Hang on. He commits. Chop. What's the mix-up?
Oh, the whip, but he doesn't do anything more.
Oh, Omega! He had the whip punish, but didn't do anything more than just a straight-up string. Not enough damage was there, and another wake-up straight away from Foxy. I feel like, you look at the health that was left, I think Omega miscalculated it by a percentage. Like
he literally had like 1.5% left, if that.
I don't think he would have gone for the forward 3-2 if he wasn't confident it would have done damage to kill, and he had like about 1% left. That was insane, but now it's going to be one final game for both players here. Oh, again, he tried to go for the flawless block. Not the end of the world if he gets the the 2 off the short hop there because of the range, I suppose. No interruption, Foxy. A hard read to interrupt that. You need to be convinced, but there's the grab. We haven't seen a lot of grabs because Omega, he is aware of the tech. He doesn't want to get teched. And
there it is. That would have won the last round.
Actually, was that what he was looking for before? Because it's back forward 2 and it's forward 3-2, isn't it?
Maybe.
I wonder if he dropped it in the previous game.
Well, Foxy tries to jump out, but manages to do so at a time that Omega becomes punishable.
He's going to get the corner. Is he going to swap him around? Omega opting to save his resources. He wants to save it. Oh, goes to the up 2, but it misses. A bit too far away, and there's that forward 2 again. And interruption. Foxy scouts it out.
The drop, but he drops.
The low committed. Foxy getting opened up.
Oh, and just straight away, the 1-1-1 to the face, and Omega K is on match point.
He's playing this one so well. He really is minimizing those grabs. And I think that's why he's looking to hit confirm a lot more. Oh, the tech goes for the leg first. Gets the read. That was a flawless block. Doesn't get the up 2, though. I mean, Omega, he really relishes those counter-poke flawless blocks. I guess you would as a Gearus player with that 6-frame up 2, but still. And now he's getting grabbed for days. He's getting mixed up here. Wake up down 1. Respectfully, takes the forward 2. Back to back.
Oh, the delay! And he waited for the breakaway, too.
Omega K is playing this really well. The my frame coming through.
And again, he gets caught.
Not going to be enough damage to kill, but Foxy can get that one more stock towards the crushing blow, the knees. No. Yeah. Actually, yeah, opted not to go for it. I think he must have realized he wanted positioning point blank. You know, that was more important, and that's what's been able to secure the round. It's match point on both sides here.
Game 5, last round between 2 P&D originals. Can really not ask for more.
Oh, gets opened up by the mid. Oh, Omega, he got the down 1, but the 1-1 was just a little bit too slow. We could have seen another full combo there. He's been doing that all set. Instant splash. Must have expected some kind of jump there from Foxy.
And we're just trading. Turn for turn. Big anti-air. Breakaway. The grab.
Yes, Foxy was convinced there was a mid coming. Omega, can he keep the train rolling? There's no breakaway from either player. Another forward 2-1-2. really playing on the game that comes next. Back-to-back poke. Foxy, his mid, it's a little bit too slow for this situation. Goes for another forward two.
Oh, there
he
it
hits
is!
There's no breakaway.
Oh,
He
a
drops it!
drop! A huge drop from Omega K. He had it.
I can't believe he dropped it. I really can't. Is he going to go for the knees now? Yeah, now. Crushing blow. It's in play. Foxy, watch out for the mix-up.
Oh,
he got hit! He gets the
He's
crush!
dead!
Omega K taking it over Foxy Grandpa. I respect the Jackie pick, but it just couldn't seal the deal at the end. The first grand finals. That is now that knowing both of these players, knowing how solid Foxy Grandpa is and how much of just a force to be reckoned with he is at every tournament, and knowing that Omega K, obviously we know him very well. We've known him for a long time. Foxy is his demon. He is one of the players that he just can't seem to beat, you know, whether it comes to online sets, whether it comes to tournament. That is a huge win for the career of Omega K. Because now he knows, obviously, you know, we know Foxy was trying a new character, but he was trying a new character that he specifically wants to beat Geras with, right? Like you said before, you know, his general opinion of he doesn't think you need to be a good Jackie player to be a good Geras player. That's how he thinks the matchup goes. And Omega K managed to take it in a Game 5 situation. So that's now winner's side grand finals for Omega K for his second UK major back-to-back. What a performance.
Omega K has attended 2 big-scale UK tournaments.
That guy right
finals
there. That guy right there. Winner's side grand finals twice.
But what was the adaptation that was made, right? For me, the adaptation that was made was you pick Jackie because she has got, even though we didn't see it from Foxy, because it is a niche answer, it's very, very tight, but she can punish Geras' forward 2-1-2. But the big thing is,
he didn't use it as much. He did start
it's the answer to the grabs that become a lot more apparent. But what did Omega do when he knew he was up against Jackie? He decided to start going, well, I'm going to go mids all the way. Like, why would I spend my game grabbing if he can tech and punish me?
He started using forward 3 as his main mid. Obviously, you know, the 1-1 game was there, but it's so much more than the ability to interrupt forward 2. It's dash punch to punish sand trap. From max range, it's going to crushing blow. It's, you know, the counter to the throw game, and the throw loops are partly why Geras is so considered to be so powerful. But yeah, there's so much more to it than that.
But we're now waiting for our next matchup. Yeah, the guys are sat down and they're ready. For those that are just joining us,
I saw you looking around, and I'm like, what's he looking for?
My lanyard's over there, and I don't want someone to take it.
Wait, that lanyard right
there. Can you pass me my lanyard, please? I've been eyeing it up for like a couple of games.
He can't take his eyes off it.
Yes, thank you so much.
Why is your lanyard over there?
Because I changed T-shirts, didn't I?
Oh,
and we had like a minute before live.
Well, you were going to say something, so continue.
I was going to say that I feel like the UK has represented itself incredibly well. And I'm really, really happy with how the guys are playing. Why are we in the UK, you might ask? This is VSFighting 2019. This is one of our intercontinental combat stops. And this is the UK stop for that tour. If you win this, you go to DreamHack Winter to play against every other winner. And if you win DreamHack, then you get a guaranteed ticket to the absolute finals in the pro competition. Make sure you guys are following NRS Esports on Twitter for all the information that you need regarding all the future tournaments, pro competition, intercontinental combat, and beyond. Everything is there. It's a one-stop shop. It's going to be Cassie versus Cabal again. And again,
how many times have we got to see this matchup in this top 8?
It's only, I think it's just the fact that
Gosh darn it.
I mean, we can see that clearly Cassie is able to fight Cabal, and I feel like Dizzy using Sonya before and realizing that he probably feels more comfortable with his pocket Cassie. It's just been a bit of a top 8 of pockets, really. We just saw Foxy with the pocket Jackie, Dizzy with the pocket Cassie. What's going on here, Mustard?
Now, this is where it's going to be a bit of a clash, though, because we saw Dizzy take it over Sonic Ninja Cabal in strong fashion, for sure. Now, Nivek plays a different style, Sonic Ninja, I feel. I think, again, they are somewhat similar, but I think their similarities are more because they both play Cabal more so than, like, play styles, right? I think Nivek is a bit more about kind of, you know, he has more experience at the absolute top level in tournament.
For me, with
Nivek, is all the difference.
I mean, for Nivek, it's always been decision-making, and decision-making is what comes from being a legacy experienced player, and it is going to be round 1 for Nivek, looking really good so far. I wonder almost, are we going to see a change of momentum? You know, will Dizzy be forced off Cassie going back to Sonya, because it's the clash of Cabals where maybe Cassie doesn't work so good in this matchup. The delayed grab, though. Escape failed. Nivek, he tried. Now again, this is why you see Dizzy go to Cassie. This is why Cassie can give Kabal a hard time. Kabal, he wants to play it mid-screen, maybe slightly below that, but he can also compete up close. Cassie wants to play just outside that range, and she has the walk speed, she has the mids to force the game to be played there. You know, she can go toe-to-toe with the keep away, she does decent damage, she's got the mids. She has the tools to deal with Kabal, to deal with what he wants to do, and that's going to be the round for Dizzy.
Very, very slow matchup, and it's what we expect to see when it's Cassie versus Kabal. You're expecting these... it's much more about, like, this range, right? If we're up close, it's very similar tools, in effect, actually. They've both got really good mids. Cassie just does it from a little bit further away.
And that's all the difference.
Nivek opting to go for a lot more of those jumps and the air swords, because the less you can deal with the ground shot, the better.
Well, Kabal's not really going to be competing on the ground. That's the problem. She outranges him. She has faster advancing mids. She obviously is, like, very safe on everything. Obviously, that's not too bad for him, but when it comes to poke, she's not too bad either. But when they're on the ground and they're trading projectile for projectile, she goes under the saw and knocks him down. And his is a high, right? That's the big difference.
Oh, I do wonder if Dizzy was looking for that jump kick gunshot, but due to the last-minute side switch that I'm not sure he was accounting for. Doesn't matter, though, because the grab anyway. And game number 1, looking good. And Dizzy sticking with Cassie because clearly it's just a character he feels much better with in the matchup. Okay, so select a fighter is done by Nivek. The question is he just giving himself some time, or are we going to maybe see him go to the Jackie? Because we know he does play Jackie, but we're seeing Cassie consistently deal with Kabal today. We're going to see him swap. It's 3 out of 5, so he does have the safety net of another game, but he's in losers, so it's not a big net. No, sir. Well, we have a little bit more time.
I feel like it's worth it, though. Like, obviously, just before seeing him pick it, I feel like it's worth a try, because we know he's got a solid Jackie, but, I mean, it's very clear that the way Kabal is most effectively played, I mean, Cassie just counters it. There really is no beating around the bush. It's just not something that Cassie lets him do. And Jackie doesn't necessarily have to worry about it too much, you know. She historically is seen to struggle against zoners, but if I'm being honest, I don't really see why. I feel like her forward movement is so much better than most characters in the game, be it walk speed, advancing buttons, safe advancing buttons.
I mean, I've always kind of had
the
opinion
that
where...
was probably not on purpose.
Yeah, accidental breakaways in that situation is always a bit of a pain, because it's a breakaway also in a situation where you've saved yourself no damage. And dare I say, this might... that one fail to defend, or the breakaway by accident, might have ruined the entire game for him, because look at the positioning, right? His back's to the wall. He is on the verge of losing the first round super quick because he has nothing to defend himself with. I mean, it's not even back yet. That's the problem, right? It's been the whole round. He's making a comeback, though. And he has been able to reverse positioning now with Nivek's back to the wall. Oh, no, sorry. Other side. Oh, my God. Sorry, guys.
But what a turnaround.
That's the character change is confusing me.
This is the Jackie train. She gets you cornered once. Oh, tries to get out of the corner with a fatal blow, but... side switches with it on block, and that's exactly what he needed.
I feel like the side switch, though, pushed him so far away. That looked unpunishable as well.
That was a mistake, though, from Nivek. He could have breakawayed before getting launched by the gunshot, as he did just build it back, but opts not to. He does still have Dizzy with the corner, though. Oh, only for so long, though. Dizzy managing to fight his way out, and he gets the reverse throw. This is going from bad to worse very quickly.
Oh,
nice burst to avoid the gunshot.
It's a little cute play there, but... needs a lot more work. You know, on the subject, we were talking about, like, Jackie versus zoners. I actually think the fact that Jackie gets zoned out is a bit of a bill, because she has such good movement. She has the dash punch, which crushing blows from distances, advancing buttons that can be confirmed, some of the best corner carry.
Oh, okay.
I mean, come on, man. This character gets close range. You ain't getting away unless you make a hard read or, like, an amazing decision. Okay, big mid coming through from Dizzy. Nivek gets the immediate breakaway this time. He's trying to break into this defense. Cassie, a bit of a solid wall. Forward throw, though. Nivek still has the corner, but not a lot of health. Oh, had the corner, I should say. If Cassie wants out of the corner, I feel like she's one of the best characters, if not the best, at getting away. You know, she did anything on block into that amplified up shadow kick. That's all she's really looking for. The forward fours, and Nivek showing a lot of respect, looking to confirm.
Oh, the counter point, but Dizzy was ready!
Bets the game on that decision, and I mean, I respect it. It would have won the round, but if it's going to lose the game too, that was one hell of a double-edged sword right there. No, it was he was banking on it, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Dizzy with the patience again. Like, I feel like there are a lot of characters in the game that might be tempted to press in those situations. I don't know if Cassie is one of them. I feel like she is just so safe and can really set up defense so quickly
there's kind of very little reason for her to ever press in those situations. Now, 1-1-1 is such an amazing little, like, it's almost like a built-in shimmy. Just the way she dashes in.
Absolutely.
I've never seen that hit in tournament in my life. Well, there's a first time for everything here in the United Kingdom. That's how we do things. Oh my God. Even Nivek had a smile on his face, but he's like, oh, did I really get it? Oh, no, it's standing one. Dizzy TT is on a match point on a commanding 3-0. Nivek just isn't quite able to get it to work. In fact, Dizzy is just straight up one step ahead. Oh, no.
I mean, the moment that happens, you know the conditioning is there. You know that, like, I mean, Dizzy is leading the charge in this set, and that kind of just using a charged bullet in the neutral proves that 100%. But let's not count out Nivek. He's just significantly far behind now. There's the grease kick, and now confirmed. I mean, I never want to count out Jackie, especially when they have the corner. And Nivek, like, he has the execution for it. He has the reads. We've seen him spacing out Dizzy all the time. He's just not quite able to seal the deal. Big jump in, maybe didn't quite get it in range. Jump kick perhaps would have worked, but still has the throw. Nivek still in the lead. Okay, big hit here. He needs to do max damage. There's no breakaway. And there's one tactical thing you'll notice that Dizzy was doing is breakaway when the dash in connects. You know, so many Jackies will drop that combo after the grease kick that kind of give it a little bit of time to see if they've done the combo or not. If they drop it, then hey, just save your breakaway, keep the defensive bar. Oh, punish!
Uh-oh, this is bad, Nivek.
And he can't confirm. Remember, this is Digital Soldier Cassie. She doesn't really get corner combos.
But he does have the fatal blow. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's why we're sticking out the forward just in case.
And they cannot get a touch. I mean, he's trying to go for it. You see Dizzy, he is fishing for it. He can see a big one in the water, but he can't quite manage to reel it in. As Nivek is going to be taking the round. This is an important round. Just give him some breathing space. Get one on the board. Quite a slow round, too. Only 17 seconds left on the clock. Uh-oh. Big anti-air. Breakaway forced into another hit immediately. This is terrible. And the side switch as well. The forward dash. Just to get this guaranteed combo. The 1-1-1. That, believe it or not, that really is all she can get when she's in this variation. She's a neutral goddess, but in the corner, you do lose significant combo potential by having that low gun shot. Okay, wow, that down 3 reached from that far. I mean, I think Dizzy went for a mid, and it just happened to catch it. Oh, that was so dangerous. Nivek still doesn't have the breakaway.
Dizzy doesn't want to overextend.
Big whiff punish.
Yep, try the trip card with the down 4 plus frames.
Another one.
The dash punch again. Nivek pulling out all the stops.
Off literally from coast to coast. We've gone for the right side to hit Nivek. He has the breakaway, didn't use it in time. The down 2 misses. Oh, and the grab on the wake up is red. And Dizzy is going to be taking it 3-0 against Nivek.
Nivek, the final non-UK participant out of the tournament at 4th place. But what a performance. Nivek, absolutely back to top form. I mean, I would definitely agree with you there. I think a top 4 finish at a tournament that had this many entrants is always going to be a great result for him. He's gone through some incredible players to reach the point that he is at, but unfortunately, yeah, this is where his tournament journey is going to end. So our losers finals is going to be a good old V-anality run back.
This is losers finals as well.
Wow. Like, I thought this would be like winners finals.
No, so this is what a lot of people say. Any of you that are watching at home that have been watching pro competition events and whatnot, this was likely your anticipated grand finals. You know, with Foxy Grandpa and Dizzy TT, they've already fought multiple times. In tournament for Mortal Kombat 11. They played at Stunfest in Grand Finals, where Dizzy was able to win. They played in V-anality, where Foxy was able to win. And, of course, today is, I believe, the 3rd time they're going to be meeting. And just to have a look at this bracket, just to see how things have gone so far. What a tournament top 8 this has been. This has been an absolute, like, I would say some of the absolute best we could have asked for in terms of UK Mortal Kombat 11 right now. I'm over the moon with what the UK has been able to demonstrate today. You know, that they really... The UK turned up. You know, this is, to remind anyone that isn't aware, this is the biggest European Mortal Kombat tournament that has ever been. And most of the entrants are in the UK. You know, personally, actually would have really loved to have seen a little bit more EU participation. You know, I know V-anality just happened and players are saving for Celtic Throwdown, which is the next European Pro competition stop. Make sure you're checking out Celtic Throwdown as well, because that is going to be a big one. It is the 2nd big one for Europe. But VSFighting is already such a an important part of... Everyone's laughing behind me. I don't know what they're laughing about, but it's really loud in my ear holes. But no, VSFighting is such a mainstay tournament for the UK, and I'm glad to see that Mortal Kombat is well up there for the rest of the players. Now, oh, what they're doing? They're doing this weird Z-hat stuff. I don't
There's
know.
like this intro that they just do the Z hat. Actually, speaking of which, do you reckon that's what we see from Foxy?
Well,
Kung Lao?
I mean, I would expect Kung Lao. It's been matchup
Oh,
specific.
they're hiding their cursor.
They
I
are.
see.
So they're hidden cursor. Remember, Foxy has been grinding his Shang Tsung in preparation for Evo.
But he can't play
But
it.
he can't play Shang
He
Tsung.
can't play it here because it's banned. Hidden cursor just to pick Shang Tsung. That's the next level.
But
strike.
I mean, yeah, so Kung Lao,
no one
obviously,
will know I've picked him.
Kung Lao is his main and his favorite, but his picks so far have been matchup specific. It was Cassie versus Cabal, and it was Jackie versus Gears.
It's very unlike him. He's pretty much been counter picking this entire top 8, which isn't normally his style. But I think he's planning on doing. I'll be surprised if he's planning on doing that.
Okay, Liu Kang from Dizzy. And
Sub-Zero!
Now, believe it or not, this isn't a sandbag.
Dude,
Foxy
he
does-
has a Sub-Zero. He has played like 1,000 games with this
You
character.
thought he throw looped with Kung Lao? Oh my god.
Bruh, his mid throw game with Sub-Zero is equally as annoying.
Double digit plus frames and
What's the first thing he did? It's just the overhead. Oh, dear me. This is exactly, like, not the matchup I would have expected to
so
see.
you thought Kung Lao was forward 4 grab. Foxy's Sub-Zero is back 3 grab. Because the forward grab is like very, 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 very
So
plus.
it's actually very dangerous because, like, so Sub-Zero's forward grab has massive advantage, so he can throw loop it and use it for mass Oki. But the back throw, which he gets no Oki off, is the crushing blow. So it's like the best case mix-up.
the initial jump. Unfortunately, even though it made the forward 2 whiff, couldn't quite see him on the way down. Foxy now looking a little bit uncomfortable. Oh, he walks right into that 1-2. And now Dizzy looking to take this first round. All right, confirm. And now, what's it going to be?
Oh, we went for the restand. Okay, the grab, the untakeable damage is going to take it. Now, Foxy, we haven't seen a Sub-Zero in tournament yet, but mark my words, he has been playing this character since the game came out.
It was actually one of the first characters Foxy ever played in this game was Sub-Zero. Okay. Goes in for the whole string. And oh, the delayed the back 3, and Dizzy just pressing buttons. I wonder what that was. Oh, a bit ropey here, and again, it's forward throw. What's the mix-up?
The delay wake up. Oh, okay, the forward 4.
Oh, he tried to flawless block after that string. That's exactly what Foxy tried to do there.
Oh, big whiff on the grab, but nothing doing from Foxy. Big low again. Foxy's hit confirm on that has been 10 out of 10. Again, going for the restand. Into the grab.
Mix-up. Double digit plus frames. There's the low. Goes in. Ooh, wonderful throw escape there from Dizzy. Oh, the duck! But
Wow,
no
he
punish.
actually didn't do it in time?
Foxy, he's had a couple of opportunities to whiff punish, but I just don't think he's been confident. The jump, and he cross up, has to break away, otherwise Fatal Blow's going to kill. And now, speaking of Fatal Blow, oh my god!
No breakaway coming out from Dizzy either. In theory, could have breakawayed after the cold shoulder normal before the amp, but decided not really worth it. Going to hold on to it. Foxy taking a reverse round.
Oh, perfect jump, but doesn't quite get the jumping punch. Expecting it, dashing forward too. And these guys are just, I feel like they're literally playing different games to each other right now. They're swinging at such weird times and not ready to whip punish each other because they're just trying to throw out what they want to do at the time.
But there's still the matchup knowledge, though. Of course, we see that the punish on the low fireball. We saw Dizzy save his breakaway until he saw that Foxy committed to the cold shoulder, which makes it unsafe. We are seeing a lot of knowledge here still.
And he's going for a lot of back 3s because Dizzy is worried about that grab, that loopable forward throw. And hang on a minute. Crushing blow. Oh, God. That hurt so much. And now just, yeah, actually being very, very, I think, selective with his throws. We saw very little. Oh, of course he throw brutalities. Of course he does. Does Foxy have the most brutalities in a competitive setting?
I would say so. I think he only plays characters if they have a universal throw brutal for stream purposes. Now, the thing is about this, right? You said before, Foxy, even though he has been doing some overheads, he still does, like, the grab mid-game with Sub-Zero. It's just, it's a back 3 low instead of a mid. But it serves the same purpose. It's hit. This one's hit confirmable. That's the thing. This one is something that, like, the downside to Kung Lao's, right, the forward 4 is if you hit the second hit of the mid, you can't confirm it. So you have to kind of commit. Whereas if something if Sub-Zero's back 3 hits, it's going to be the first hit that connects. So that's going to be, the point that he hit confirms.
But now,
so it's a safer version for Foxy to enforce.
Yeah, we are now in a position where Dizzy can change character if he wants, and I don't know if he's going to stick with Liu Kang. You guys at home might think these are some really funky picks, but remember, Foxy and Dizzy TT are training partners.
Dizzy has actually had a Liu Kang for a while as well. He just hasn't done it in tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people were actually expecting him to play it at Vianality because everyone that plays regularly with Dizzy knows that he does have a Liu Kang. He does have a really strong Liu Kang. It's just Sonya has kind of been his one and only tournament character. But now again, we're in 3 out of 5 territory. We can afford to. He again, to remind you, he picked Liu Kang against White Black yesterday and did really well. Okay, big overhead coming through for Foxy. Are we going to see the breakaway? Nope.
Opts to save it. Rolls away, and that forward 2 almost counter hit. And you know, forward 2 counter hit if you go for the forward 2-4. Crushing blow territory.
Huge damage for it too. Chases down with the back 3 again.
And that back 3 is such a good whiff punisher. It goes so deceivingly far.
And it's actually fast for what it is too, as far as lows go. I mean,
Again.
look at it.
Now is he reset? No, he wants damage.
I think it's not actually hitting because it's a low either. I think Dizzy is just like sticking out buttons or he's walking into it. It's not the low side of things that's what's working. It's the speed and the range. And again, it's just working time and time again. That's going to kill. Yes, it will. Foxy with that Sub-Zero.
His Sub-Zero pick has been very, very simple indeed. And Dizzy just visually, I think, very uncomfortable with the matchup.
I feel like because Foxy can't use Shang, who morphs into everyone else, he's just going to play everyone else and just pretend that it's Shang morphed as them.
He'll just pretend that he's Shang Tsung. That's the real practice. This is the true tech.
He's getting ready for all the morphing he's going to do at Evo. Oh, clean anti-air. Get out of my skies. Nothing. What a whiff punish. Dizzy with the bait and a full counter hit. Crushing blow, and he gets the corner combo. Oh, 2 of them.
Forgot he even had those bicycle kicks locked and loaded, to be completely honest.
Disgusting damage coming
Perfect
through.
cash out. Perfect cash out.
On the back of a whiff punish and a wake up too. Mwah. Perfection. Oh, the down 1. Oh, okay. Overhead.
And Dizzy, he's so consistently worried about the advancing back 3 that I think that's why he's getting sometimes clipped by that. Now, Luke, forward throw. He gets the situation here. And the wake-up jump just to get out of it. All right, clips him now. What's Foxy going to do on the defense?
Oh, actually got hit by that. The delay. 1-2 attempt. Another overhead Dizzy.
That was a counter hit, though, because Dizzy did wake-up buttons. That's the only reason that one connected. Tries to go for a down. Oh. Misjudges the stagger there. Foxy enforcing the back 3, but now he's going to get grabbed himself. Dangerous territory. Both players on fatal blow.
Oh, God! He did it! He did it! The run-up overhead fatal blow. That is the Sub-Zero special right there.
They're playing so much of like a strong, grounded game that Foxy's able to just dash in and back 3 or forward 2. Like, he's established. I think it's because they must be training partners. There is already so much built-in respect being shown that Dizzy is just falling victim to dash in low, dash in overhead, dash in low.
Well, I definitely think that Dizzy is he's having issues with the overhead mainly. I feel like when the low is hitting, it's not a mix-up because the low's not really hitting from point blank, right? It's hitting from sweep distance as like whiff punishes. You know, Foxy, he's dashing into it. He's kind of like sticking it out as a poke. But when the overhead is hitting, it's pretty much exclusively point blank. I feel like he definitely isn't comfortable with the reacting to it. At least from what we've seen, as I don't think he's blocked a single overhead
But when
yet.
you're in a competitive setting, it's not as easy
It's
as that,
hard.
is it?
And clearly the payout is mighty as well.
Especially when you're playing Dead of Winter. That's the only reason Foxy's going Dead of Winter. He does not want neutral. He doesn't want projectiles. He wants this, what you're seeing right now. And,
I wonder if, I mean, did he go for the 2 and he actually didn't turn around for it?
either they didn't turn around or maybe he was expecting a breakaway. You know, sometimes players will leave
Yeah,
things.
that's probably more likely what it was. Still, though, manages to get another hit. Foxy getting a breakaway out of your opponent and then straight away hitting them immediately after. It's like best case scenario.
Oh,
walks into it and he commits to the full crushing blow, no less. Big damage coming from the flying kick.
But Foxy knows that with Fatal Blow locked, if he gets one grounded freeze, he's going to win. And that's why he fishes for the forward 2, but Dizzy TT with the perfect read. Neutral jump, just to make it whiff.
Now, big round on the board. Important round for Dizzy. This has been 2-0 so far. Things have not been going his way. And again, a preemptive forward 4. Dizzy starting to do shades of what Foxy's been doing to him. These preemptive buttons to catch the advance. Big jump in. No, misses completely. And the forward 4 counter hit again.
Get the knockdown now and enforce that forward 4 pressure. Keep it simple. Foxy with another throw. Escape, but he whiffs. Dizzy ready for it. Bicycle kick. I love it. And it's just unable to throw Foxy, apparently. Not that it really matters, because he's on the verge of taking this game.
He's doing the little chip damage each time as well. And that was a dominating game from Dizzy TT. More of that.
And that was on the back of whiff punishes, whiff punishes and reads. You know, Foxy normally doesn't make any expressions. He definitely smiled when he got teabagged.
But the smile is already gone.
It's already gone, yeah. Back to business. It's all right, fair enough.
You know, Foxy's really like, you know, I wasn't going to brutality you, but now I'm definitely going to do it.
I'm going to drink my cordial while I think about how
He's
I'm gonna
contemplating
kill
now. What is the best scenario to get the brutality? I wonder. How can I set up the...
Oh, Revenant!
This is why you don't teabag people playing pocket characters.
Well,
But what if it... Well, no, this is the best case scenario, because this is... Kung Lao is the character that Foxy used to defeat Dizzy in Venality. So if Dizzy takes this game, that is not only going to even things out at 2-2, that's going to be a statement of, I wasn't playing Liu Kang in Vienna. Now I'm playing
we
him.
haven't got
What are you gonna
voices
do?
yet, but it's... I'm going to teabag you again, Kung Lao.
I'm going to do the throw brutal Liu Kang.
Ha! You haven't got it unlocked, idiot. There we go. That was it. If you guys want the K&M announce,
Where are we,
if you
guys?
guys want the K&M announcer pack, then by all means, you know, make a petition or something. All right, but either way, this matchup's extremely different to what we normally saw, and you know, it's going to be more of like there's going to be. I think this game of Hat versus Fireball is going to be entirely dependent on who's got the life lead. Well, the big thing here though is Liu Kang. Liu Kang has a bit more options at full screen than usual, I suppose, but it depends on how long we're going to stay there. Because like the amplified Fireball trades favorably, but everything else doesn't. And that Hat just cut into the soul of Liu Kang's foot right there during that flying kick. But a fast round one. Foxy's been able to turn things around, and it's now going to be match point versus Dizzy. If he wins this, he is going to get a run back versus Omega K in the grand finals. Now, big thing is the anti-air game of Liu Kang. I can't imagine that's going to do too much. Kung Lao's jump kick, especially in the way that Foxy uses it, incredibly hard to anti-air no matter what. Okay, cool. Gonna be bagging that. See, a lot of fireballs coming out. Like, ooh, that was a big decision, Dizzy. Dizzy, I'm still standing true. I've never seen someone so good at using those full-screen jumping interactables as Dizzy. Every time he uses it, it connects. It just seems to be either repositioning or just to get a jump in and he converts off it too. Forward throw is much more likely to be unteched when it comes to Foxy's Lao. Because remember, like Sub-Zero, it's flipped. The reverse grab is the one that you can loop, and it's the forward grab that doesn't. There it is, the blocking. Has to be really careful. I'm not too surprised to see Foxy being respectful in that forward 4 game. Amplifying, he confirms it. That's it. That's going to be the game. The whiff punish I said before. Oh, and you guys can't see it, but Foxy is teabagging back. You guys didn't see it, but he did it. He's also remembering how to do a fatality. He's in the pause menu. Wait, no. Oh yeah, no brutal. That's a good point. He literally wanted to see if the brutality was unlocked, and it wasn't. He fished for it.
It's universal. The throw brutal is his universal one.
The throw one, yeah, but he got the dive kick, innit?
Oh,
you got to unlock the dive kick.
He wasn't
brutal.
fishing for it though.
Well, he got it, didn't he?
Regardless,
That was
done.
losers finals, by the way.
Yes,
all
no,
done and dusted.
Of course. Dizzy TT managing to get 3rd place today. Not a bad showing at all. But that does mean that we're going to be seeing our grand finals in Foxy Grandpa versus Omega K. The run back from Reflect, the run back of winners finals. Omega K, can he do it twice in one tournament?
We saw this before, though. At Reflect, when these guys went head-to-head in grand finals, Omega K was on the winner's side of that as well, and it was a dominant 6-0. It was Kung Lao versus Geras all the way, and yeah, it was just a game of momentum, and Foxy had all of it, pretty much from the ground up. But I feel like when it comes to momentum, Omega K has so much more of it now than he ever did before. And it's hard to call. I think you can't ever say that Foxy isn't the favourite to win a UK tournament, but Omega has been doing exceptionally well today.
It's like I said before, I feel like this is the best I've ever seen Omega play, generally, right? He's just playing super clean, his reactions, his hit confirms have been absolutely immaculate. The way he's playing around the matchups, like seeing him play around the Jackie when Foxy played in Winners Finals, and then the Sub-Zero in Sekia, and obviously against Dizzy yesterday. Like he has so much knowledge with Geras, right? He's been put so much time into this character. He knows so much about the matchups that he has to fight in tournament, and this could be his day. If he can win VSFighting Year 1 MK11, this is the biggest. Again, I cannot stress enough, this is the most entrants a European Mortal Kombat tournament has ever had. We have almost 150 players, and it's down to 2 in Omega K and Foxy Grandpa.
This would be one hell of a tournament to win. Again, yeah, I don't think Foxy's going to try the Jackie again. I think he's going to go all Kung Lao. He knows he was able to beat Omega K with Kung Lao at Reflect. We had a lot of time to think about how to change that matchup.
The elephant in the room really is, this is for an Intercontinental Combat spot. The winner of this game is going to be a guaranteed qualifier into the DreamHack Intercontinental Combat Finals later this year.
And if you win the DreamHack Winter Finals that take place, you get that guaranteed ticket to the Pro Competition Finals at the, well, just later in the future, isn't it? It's many months from now, and it will be a nice early chance to cement yourself for something that a lot of people are traveling to and losing years of their lives of stress over. This has been such a tournament, though. Like, as a UK boy, as a fan of Mortal Kombat, I literally could not have asked for more from this top 8. We've had so much representation from so many regions of the country. We've had European travels in, and Grand Finals is going to boil down to what I would say is unarguably the 2 strongest UK players in this game right now. I mean, yeah, I mean, Dizzy TT, Foxy, and Omega K, they are kind of like the holy trinity right now. And whenever they're at a tournament, you expect to see him do well. I know that Omega K, unfortunately, due to, I mean, the guy works, right? He's not a sponsored player. He had to miss Viennality. All right, this is it. We've got an IMAX cinema full of UK fans watching the biggest UK tournament in history for Mortal Kombat. It's Omega K on the winner's side and Foxy Grandpa on losers. The winner makes it to the Intercontinental Combat Finals, and the loser gets nothing. It's not about second place here. No sirree, it's all about getting that first place spot. It's a double elimination bracket, remember. Omega K has to win 1 3 out of 5. Foxy has to reset. What a way to start! Chop jab right in the neck. And that is definitely one way to start. Apologies for the non-lowered health bars, by the way, guys. But I guess there's not much we can do about it now. They've started things off, and by all means, we don't want to throw the players off their flow. This is Grand Finals. This is not the time to be doing that. You play Mortal Kombat, use your imagination. Oh, that's the throw tech. Now, I wonder what Kung Lao... I imagine Kung Lao could probably forward 1 through that gap. We will probably see over time. Okay, the forward 3. Omega K getting so much mileage out of it. Oh, the mix-up, but no punish. Immediately clipped by the 2-1-2-1-2, though. The side switch as well. Meaty Z-Hat. Omega tries to squirm on Wake Up, and remember, this is Kung Lao. He whiffs the grab. I'm not entirely sure Omega was prepared for that grab to whiff, so he wasn't quite ready for the 2-1 string. The down 2 anti-air. Are we going to see a comeback? Hit by the second hit, the throw tech, and hits him again, but consistently, when you get caught trying to jump out, the forward 3-2, only the first hit will actually connect. Still, though, down to the wire. This is going to be an explosive match. These are 2 heavy-hitting characters. Oh, yeah, the grab didn't quite work. One thing these 2 characters don't lack is damage output. And there's the whiff. Foxy has played the plethora of North American Gearus players. He knows this matchup in and out. But then again, Foxy and Omega, I know they've ran this matchup plenty of times. Normally it is Foxy that has the upper hand, but... Oh, wow, that's still connected. And these are actually 2 characters very similar in that regard that have big anti-cross-up properties on those down 2s. Big damage coming through from Foxy. Knockdown, Z-Hat, cancel, good throw tech. Again, that forward 3 connecting. Good throw, Omega K. Piece by piece, he's fighting back. The forward 3 is functioning as a good mid. It's just because the 2 misses because Foxy's airborne. And he dedicates into it, the wake-up jump and the hard read. That's yeah, Omega definitely went for the meaty forward 2, but just a little bit too late. The jump was able to kind of slip through. But that was a fast game number 1. Foxy needs 2 more of those to reset the bracket. And now that's going to be the adaptation. We're going to see a lot more of those, just the 4-3 by themselves by Omega, just to stop them from like jumping out. For anyone that might have missed that, by the way, the micro crouch, it is the evolution of the ducking meta. Not just holding duck and getting a down 2, but holding down just long enough that it makes a grab miss, and then you get your grounded standing punish. And there's the down 1, forcing the forward 3. Omega doesn't want to overcommit to the forward 3-2 now. It's been whiffing a little bit too much for him to be comfortable. Now the patience from Foxy. He can afford to block the dive kick whiffs, and another down 2 anti-air. Beating out the late jump kick too. It's very hard to anti-air that button, but Foxy has it. Looking like a very, very different matchup here. Now it's Kung Lao versus Gearus instead. I mean, this is Foxy's comfort zone. He's going to get the 4, but understandably breakaway. Risks it with a grab. Both characters will take a risk for the grab, but as long as you've got that defensive bar to break away, the grab is nowhere near as scary to go for. You can afford the breakaway. And now damage. Save 1 bar. I respect it. Make sure you've always got 1 bar available with Gearus, because it just hurts so much. There's the micro duck again. Just ducking long enough that the grab whiffs, and you get your standing punish. Ooh, oh, he tried to confirm for max range, but the forward 3 didn't reach. Omega going to get comboed for that too. And you know that was a forward 3, back forward 2, but because it whiffed, it just came out as forward 3-2 by itself. Verge of a comeback now. Foxy just needs 1 more opening. Counter pokes, but it doesn't work. Omega, I think he was just confident. He just went for the mix-up, and this is going to be unbreakable. Not that he had the chance. Didn't actually have the chance to break. Doesn't even matter. That I feel kind of bad for Omega K, because I feel like it was his. He's just, when he got the 1-1-1 and stuffed it, he mustn't have been confident Foxy was going to get hit there. It was, I'm going to do 1-1-1 on block, and it just so happened to hit. And he did beat the Fatal Blow too, but that's a quick 2 games for Foxy. And it is a throw tech. I feel like this is a fast matchup. I feel like absolutely. These are two. It's heavy mix-up, heavy damage. Ooh, counter hit! And there's a stomp right there. Crushing blow already spent. Wake-up roll has been a huge thing for Foxy as well, consistently. And there's escape failed. Escape failed means business for Kung Lao. And oh, the change! He's going just forward 3 by itself, and now if he's airborne, he can capitalize on it while it's in the air. And there's the interruption on the gauntlet. Another forward throw. Foxy's going to use the forward throw almost as a guaranteed grab, because why would you ever tech the version that doesn't crushing blow? It's an addition to his mix-up. Which the forward 3-2, and now Kung Lao. Full combo here for Foxy. Z-Hat. Doesn't amplify it. Must have baited a breakaway there. Mix up. Ooh, perfect block! That was a very risky block, actually, because the low wouldn't have killed, but the overhead would have. But again, a perfect management of the resources. Foxy knowing if he got the block, he confirmed straight into the Fatal Blow. It is enough to take the round, and Foxy Grandpa is on reset point already. There's Kung Lao going back to the main man. He tried to counterpick with Jackie in Winners Finals, and it didn't work out. Kung Lao not seem to be as good of a matchup, counter hit, but something he's more comfortable with, right? A perfect example of the matchup isn't always the preferential thing when it comes to picking a character. I mean, it's why Foxy's playing Kung Lao in the first place. And he plays Cassie, who is way higher up on the tier list to Kung Lao. But you know what? If one character fits your style the best, that character's the character for you. And that's why Foxy has the best Kung Lao in the world. He's going to get a full combo here as well. Omega gets the standing one out in the air, but he's got a lot of work to do right here. And now what's he going to do? Yeah, big chunk of damage to start things off. Oh, and the delayed grab is going to be whiff punished, and Foxy with a swift 3-0 resets things now. Omega K going to lose. I imagine we're going to be lowering the health bars now. Yeah, now technically 1 set's done, so we have a little bit of time to give the players some time to think. So good time to actually tell them. You never really want to interrupt players during during the set itself. But that was a fast 3-0, and kind of reminiscent of what we've seen it reflect. And I think this might in turn be why Omega K is not a particularly confident player, even though he does really well at every tournament he attends. I think it's because he plays Foxy and has played against Foxy for so many years, normally with Foxy having the upper hand, that there's somewhat of maybe a mental block there. Well, a big thing is, especially with the Kung Lao, I don't know what this matchup is on paper, but look at the way that Omega is playing it, right? He's getting a lot of those micro crouches into big standing damage. That down 2 from Kung Lao is straight up anti-airing the body splash at ranges that the body splash from like 99% of the cast is not going to get anti-aired. But Kung Lao's down 2 is a huge answer for it, and that is being an absolute, just absolute deciding factor in this matchup. Taking away that body splash at that range is huge for the matchup. And again, he tried to whiff punish for the stain 2, but Omega didn't commit. Takes the down 3, and he knows that, the 2-on-2-on-2, it's slightly plus, so the down 3 is a pretty attractive option for Kung Lao afterwards, and clipped by the forward 4. Kung Lao, Foxy, looking like just another day at the office with this mix-up. Okay, gets hit by the mid this time. Sand trap, repositioning, a little bit of damage on the table. Yeah, Foxy's not really getting mixed by Geras so much. The forward 2, he's getting caught a couple of times, but this is some of the highest amount of times we've actually seen the forward 2 work at all. The 3 times it's hit now is almost the same amount of times it worked in the entire previous set before it. But that's important for Omega K as he finds himself with a life lead again. No breakaway or defensive options at all for Foxy. The jump kick comes through, grab, amazing tech, the trade! Oh, that trip guard, 2-on-2-on-2. I was half expecting a fatal blow out in the air, but if Foxy knew he was at the right range, then why even risk it? He was like just in range for that too. Perfect spacing. A whiff. Plus. Oh, big jump. Body splash completely misses, but he gets the reversal throw. The advantage, what can you do with it? And there's the wake up. Oh, and he reads the grab, gets hit by the mid. Yeah, I wonder if Omega, I think he must have down 1'd or something there, because that up 3 into forward 4 was a counter hit. Confirmed now the forward 3, high up in the air. This is very much a player matchup. These are 2 guys that have played each other online a lot, and Omega with the adaptation, knowing that Foxy's trying to be airborne, but unfortunately just getting clipped again. Here comes the Z-Hat and the jump back dive kick to cover him, but that's going to miss. This is his opening. He's going to build breakaway, but is it going to be too late for it to count? Maybe. There's the mid again. Oh, I can't believe it! He calls out the reversal fatal blow. Foxy did it to him in Winners Finals. He's going to return the favor here in Grand Finals. That's going to be just enough to kill. Oh, Omega gets around on the board. Expensive, but definitely worth it. I'm always a firm believer that if the Fatal Blow is the only thing that will win the round in that situation, it will always be worth it, no matter of percentage and no matter of situation. If it wins the round, do it. Now there's the charged fist. Catch him in the air, but he drops the down one. Foxy not as airborne as normal. I don't think that quite works on every single airborne state. I think it would have worked, he just missed the down one. Uh-oh, big confirm off the Z-Hat though. Ouch! Oh, but a drop combo at the end. Scary situation, gets the down one, but the throw escape. Very hard to grab him, the down two out of here. Breakaway desperately needs to be forced. Foxy scouting it, gets the Z-Hat, and I mean, that entire round, man, it was, apart from the down two, it was, I'm going to forward four, I'm going to grab you because I'm point blank, and it's what I do. Game one already down there. Foxy just looking so good, and the problem with these kind of sets is the more games that go that you don't win, the more you start to think about it, and the more you worry about it, and the
I mean,
worse
he did
play.
take a round there, though, did Omega K, so it's like, it's already an improvement over the first set in Grand Finals, but there's definitely no getting around the fact that this is very dominant for Foxy Grandpa. I don't want to count out Omega K. I feel like if he just adjusts to the reads, because a big thing is Foxy is just reading that one step ahead, right? His spacing is that little bit better. We're seeing a lot of whiffs, and again, stuff like that, just those clean anti-airs. And it's also the fact that the down two hits so far behind him. Body Splash is normally an un-anti-airable hit, like an area. Most down twos don't hit that far back, but Kung Lao's does. Which means that even though Foxy thought that Jackie was a great pick for Geras, maybe Kung Lao ain't so bad either. This has just been very one-sided. Foxy just looking very comfortable in this matchup, and Omega trying to fight back, but it's decision-making, right? That's what it's coming down to, and Foxy's just making the best decisions he can. Now, I think we are still going to see Omega jump, because it's still one of those things that, like, it's still worth it for him to get a jump in eventually, because, like, when one lands, he's going to do, like, almost 400 damage.
Oh, no.
Big, optimal interruption this time. Foxy drops the combo, though, unfortunately. It does the 1-2-1 a little bit too high up in the air, so even though the side switch does come out, not high up enough for that attack to become active. Forward four again. Omega falling victim to this because he really does not want to get grabbed. That definitely like a down two that didn't come out, but Omega not ready for the punish. Just gets a standing two, which I'm sure wasn't what he wanted. Ah, and there it is. Just one step ahead all the time. Foxy's looking to take this 6-0 again, and he only needs one more game to achieve it. I feel like he's just doing a great job of just calling out what's going on with the just pretty much how the neutral is being played, right? Every single time Omega goes for the body splash, it's being anti-aired. Every time he goes for a button and Foxy's in the ground, it's being a dive kick reaction and wave punish, right? It's dive kick reactions. It is anti-airs all the time. It's standing whiff punishes, right? It's micro crouches for throws. Foxy is just at all points of the screen controlling something. And it's being the Z-Hat resets. Like, it's the complete package. And it's also in a couple of instances where Omega could be trying to squeeze out some damage. He's just a couple of little fumbles of execution. Some strings not quite working the way he wants to, you know. And there's the whip punish now. I love that even though he is technically 5 games in a row down, he's still able to make these reads, right? He's been clipped now, but he just needs to make sure that he's making the right decisions, even under a high-stress situation. Oh, no, escape failed. This mix-up has been almost flawless for Foxy the whole time! When this works, I mean, when this works, Kung Lao looks broke. Like, when he gets it every single time, it's crazy good. But you gotta realize,
the delay!
It's a read every time, and Omega making the better reads in that round. He's gonna get something on the board. But I think that's how you have to play against Kung Lao, though. Because I think Foxy, he's almost done nothing but mids for like a bunch of games now. And now he decides to start going for throws, that's where it gets dangerous. But should you read the throws, that's where you get the biggest payout. Especially someone like Geras that has the counter hit crushing blows. Absolutely. But you still have to read them. He still got a forward one. Oh, Foxy hesitated on the down two. Wasn't quite ducking at the time or something, so I imagine. Now, Omega's starting to do a lot more 1-1-1 now. We're seeing a lot of his offense last time was just pretty much the forward two in its entirety. Foxy cashing that out quite early by his usual standards. That's one. I mean, Omega, unfortunately, hasn't really been going for 1-1-1 very much. I don't think he wants to take the risk. It's been forward two pretty much the entire time, but Foxy is so content just sitting and holding this mid that he's not worried about it. For escape. Whoop. Very dangerous now. Just gets the 1-1-1. I think he must have been expecting it to be blocked. He must have been expecting it to be blocked. He didn't finish the string because he didn't want to corner himself. But regardless, Foxy Grandpa is officially on tournament point.
are taking VSFighting 6 games in a row unless Omega can make it work. I mean, he has the resources, but Foxy, again, he's just reading him. He has him in the corner. This is dangerous territory. Very loopable as well. The wake up down 1 to steal some plus frames. That Z-Hat, not real. And the wake up 3 gets the throw escape. Jump in. Oh, but he meets him in the air. He's ready with the jump kick, and it's just going from bad to worse for poor old Omega, who now is 1 combo away from being sent out of this tournament, and Foxy being the champion. You see him being patient. Oh, the anti-air from max range. Omega K swats him clean out of the air. He's got so much work to do, but this is going to be one hell of a start. This is Geras. A couple of crushing blows, and he'll be all right. But will he get them? Foxy gets the anti-air. Oh, the miss! Oh, he doesn't whip punish it. And now, no, commit the stagger. Omega K staggering that this low on health. The whip punish! The crushing blow! Take the boot! He's still alive! Oh, and the down 4 comes through! Omega K! Everyone in this theater thought for sure that crushing blow was going to do it. But no, less than 1% left for Foxy. And he almost managed to make it work. But Omega K, this could be the start of the reverse 3-0. If he can do this, he has 2 games left to win. You know what? That was stacked against him to the maximum degree. You know what's so crazy to me is that in the stress of that situation, you can still make those decisions. Like, not a lot of players could do that, but there's the down 2. Foxy wasn't able to down 2 the body splash of the previous game, but had much more height to work with there. Throw escape again. Foxy control punish. The read! You know what that means? He did the close one as well. Empty jump, expecting a wake up, I imagine. Escape failed. Foxy tried to tech. Just gonna make the right call. Instant jump! Made the read. And now 41-2, what is it gonna be? Half expecting a flawless block there. Honestly, the reversal grab now. Back in the fight. Not quite in fatal blow territory yet, but now he is. If he sticks that button, dangerous stuff. Omega K is still alive. The roll, but it gets beat out. Rolls in the wrong direction. Foxy Grandpa's gonna be on tournament point for a 2nd time in a row. Now, Omega K, he had to deal with this last time. He's dealing with it for a 2nd time. This is so stressful. The whiff punish dive kick. He has 1 more bar. He can fish for the crushing blow. Won't get it because he won't need to. Spends the bar on the Z-Hat. Oh, the momentum, the down 1. Oh, the wake-up jump. Man, Foxy's wake-up jumps have actually been a really, really good call because it's hard for him to confirm. Speaking of confirm, 1-1. Bed of spikes. Oh, he went for the optimal, but he dropped it. I think he must have gone for it because he was near the corner. Expecting it to be much easier to obtain. Goes in for the forward 3-2, but again, Foxy's jumping has just been wonderful for that. The forward 4 connects, breakaway. That's the last breakaway we're going to see in this round, I imagine, from Omega K at least. Dangerous. This is so bad for Omega K. He hasn't got the defensive bar, and this is not a lot of life left to have against Kung Lao. Does he still have the crushing blow? No, he doesn't. Z-Hat. The mix-up! Fatal blow! Get off me! He knew a button was coming. He could feel it. And that's going to be it. I mean, he's not going to be dead, but he is going to be in the lead. But Foxy now has his own. And he sits there and blocks it. Respects the sand trap. I respect it. Goes in for the down 4. Oh! Oh, no! Oh, no! I think he's still alive, but barely. The dive kick does it! The dive kick does it, and it's going to be PXP of Foxy Grandpa. Fighting hard for it at the very end, but he's going to win VSFighting 2019, and he is going to be the UK champion for the Intercontinental Kombat Series. Undeniably the 2 strongest players in the UK, I would say. I feel like their results really do speak for themselves. Omega K, he was so close to beginning that mountain of a comeback after being down 2 games, but it wasn't meant to be. Foxy too strong once more. When he went back to that Kung Lao, and I think that was my favorite thing about it. You know, Foxy spent the top 8 playing other characters that weren't Kung Lao for matchup purposes, you know, kind of pretty much going for counter picks when he could, but he went back to Kung Lao. He went back to Kung Lao at the final moment in Grand Finals. He did it against Dizzy, and he did it here. Yeah, I mean, Foxy must have understood that in Winners Finals, he kind of had the breathing space. Like, he wouldn't have picked Jackie in Winners Finals if there wasn't some rhyme and reason to it. But at the end of the day, I think that just goes to perfectly show that just because technically a matchup is better on paper doesn't necessarily mean that you have to, you know, always go with the counter pick every single time. Like, fundamentally, Foxy's Kung Lao is the best Kung Lao in the world, and that is just indisputable. Like, he has done what he always normally does, which is invent a character's style. And this crazy aggressive, like, grab or mid-heavy game was pretty much
But
devised by Foxy.
there's clearly so much more than that, right? He is doing so much to just force you into that situation over and over again.
Exactly, and the thing is, it's not the kind of mix-up that anyone could just pick Kung Lao, jump in and do. It only works because Foxy has nearly a decade of competitive NRS experience, and he's been playing all of the players from around the world so much that it's very rarely character matchups. I think why his Kung Lao works so well against a lot of people is it's player matchups. He knows how you play Mortal Kombat, and if he knows when you're going to squirm, when you're going to try and tech a throw, if you're bad at teching throws or if you're amazing at teching throws, he can only do that because of the experience that he has over 8 years of Mortal Kombat.
Well, that does mean that we are at the point that we have to award our medals to our top 8. And I want to say, what a top 8 this has been. Shout outs to the players for making it so exciting. Shout outs to you guys in the theater for watching with us. Shout out to you guys at home for tuning in. But we are not quite finished. And of course, last but not least, shout outs to VSFighting and the team at Electronic Dojo for making this as fun as it has been.
All right, I think it's time to announce in 7th place, it's going to be the Conqueror of Realms, Video Games Yo. And also joining him at 7th place, it is going to be Undead Jim. It's always good to see Sonic Ninja playing again, and VSFighting is going to be no exception. Give it up for Sonic Ninja! When they figure out what meta he's got. And of course, joining in, one of the Birmingham boys, one of the hometown heroes, it's C-Cat! And, I mean, up next, it's the lone invader in the top 8, the champion from Greece. Give it up for Nivek! Third place, one of the biggest up-and-coming players we have in Europe. It's Dizzy TT! And in second place, a fan favorite, the people's champ, it's PND Omega K. And in first place, Foxy Grandpa. We will see you at the Intercontinental Kombat Finals, my friend. Well done. We'll see you when we see you. Well done, dude. Kung Lao of the world. I mean, without question, the greatest Kung Lao. You know, the guy wrote the book on how to play this character. It's no surprise to see him win. I know he was everyone's favorite. By the way, that trophy is sick. That is actually hype. If you guys haven't seen the VSF trophies, I recommend it highly. But that's going to be Mortal Kombat 11 here at VSFighting, one of the Intercontinental stops. But I mean, the year is young for competitive Mortal Kombat. We have EVO around the corner. If you are a European player and you want to figure out where to go next, make sure you check out Celtic Throwdown. It is a pro competition stop. It takes place in Ireland. There's lots of information for it. Make sure you follow NRS Esports on Twitter for all the information that you need. And the Intercontinental Combat Series will be continuing as well. Thank you all very much for watching.
That does mean that we are officially done for the day. For one final time, thank you so much for watching, whether it's in person with us here in Birmingham, on stream. I hope you all had a huge, great amount of time as we did here over the weekend. We'll see you guys soon for more competitive MK11. Take care.